evening, everyone. We are in our second night of breaking down the book of Revelation, giving the real breakdown of the book of Revelation, which I refer to as a future intelligence book. This is not a biblical book. This is not a religious book. This is a book of future things to come, future prophecy, a future intelligence book. I'm going to say it again for you people who listen, who talk about the Bible and act as though you understand the Revelation. This is not for you niggas who are faint at heart, you guys and you people in the church, you people who are trying to break this down, you white Bible scholars, you theologians, you black theologians. This is not for you. This is a future intelligence book, and this is the evolution of a coming people after the death and destruction of this old regime, of this old order. The beast knew that this was coming. That's why he kept talking about the New World Order. Right? This is a future intelligence book. And as I said, the powers that be, your Illuminati and the ones who are in charge, they stay in tune with future intelligence. They just give y'all the sloppy seconds of information via your religion and your metaphysics and your conspiracy bull crap. All right? That's not what this is dealing with. This is dealing with future intelligence and things that come. And it's happening already. We're already in this book. Okay? Everybody was sensing this and when they kept talking about the year 2000. They kept talking about the year 2000 because they knew that the year 2000 represented the 21st century. The 2 and 1 equals 3, which means the coming together of a whole new odyssey or goddessy of higher or future knowledge. And certain people would be charged with this new knowledge, just as it happened in the 20th century, where you had certain people who advanced onto a higher level, and they brought in these technologies and things like that. And you could tell that in that 20th century, that the way of thinking from the past century, which was the 19th century, changed. Just as these people here are going through a change, because we are in the era of the 144,000, in the beginning of a new people. In evolution. So where we left off yesterday is chapter 2, verse 6. I'm going to continue. For those of you who don't know who I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz, and this is State of Mentel Radio. And State of Mentel is a future intelligence group. I acknowledge that the 144,000 that's being spoken about in the book of Revelation is the mentalists, the members of the State of Mentel, the receivers, the rays, who will receive the future intelligence of the God race, who we refer to as the Amen beings, the Ah-man beings, the God race, who is supposed to be, whose descendants are the so-called black race, though many of our people are mentally dead, who are not receiving this or going to receive this higher intelligence. But for those of us, the chosen few of the elect, who are going to make it out of this darkness, we will. This book is about the 144,000, the rise of them. So, as I said, I will continue. We're going to do that. We're going to be on we're going to be on here from 8 to 11 because I'm going to get through this book as I promised. I always keep my promises. I will break this book down. And I saw when the Lamb opened one seal, and I heard as it were a noise of thunder, 1 and 4 be saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Now, as I said before, the 4 beasts represent America, Israel, Rome, Catholic Church, and in England, right? And that crown that sat on their head was their intelligence that they receiving from the future to get, and they come in and say they came to see, because what does it mean to see? They see into the future, that they are receiving instructions to destroy the population. This is why they're being given, they said, bows. The bows represent the weapons, because what does a bow do? It strikes people, it kills. The bows are weapons of mass destruction, weapons, germ warfare, and things of that nature that they're being given access to, that they're being given the intelligence from the future race to wipe out the population. They said they're going to bring the population, take down 90-something% of the population over the next 20 to 30 years. They're trying to kill off the population. That's why when you go in these hospitals and things like that, a lot of times you might not come out of it because their whole thing is to deliver a body count for the almond beings. They want everybody, that the old people who are serving no purpose, they want them going. This is not the white man's doing. This is not the beast doing. This is the almond beings, the God race. They want the majority of the population going, and they're going to use the beast to do it. So they are working and answering to a higher authority, which is why they keep power. I will continue. And he went forth conquering the conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come see." And there went another horse that was red. Power was given to him. See, power was given to him, that thereon to take peace from the earth, and that shall kill one another. And there was given unto him great sword. That's war in the armies. That's coming. The third war. A lot of this is coming. The war in the Middle East and all that. You're going to see all these conflicts happen. All right, because the almond beings are putting it in the leaders' heads to kill off the populations and cause war, because they have to exterminate on this planet in order to bring about the new race. All right, the 144,000 raise up the new order on this planet, the real new world order. Let me see. And when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, now this, like I told you, this is talking about the leaders of these countries. They represent the beast. Why? Because the human race are actually, the humans are beasts. They're animals. Right? They were made from single-celled amoebas and the crossbreeding of the God race. But their origin is the animal origin is single-celled amoebas. All right. And when we opened the third seal and heard the third beast say, "Come and see," and I beheld a black horse. What does the black represent? Death. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. What are balances? Things to measure. Right? And I heard a voice in the midst of the fourth beast say, "I measure for wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt in the oil and the wine." Now, the oil and wine, if those who are Freemasons know, that those are the two things that you receive. They receive oil and wine. When they're talking about measuring and things like that, and the wheat and everything for a penny, what they're actually talking about is the economy and food and creating famine. Right? This is why it's referred to as measuring money. The balance is dealing with the charging of food. And they're talking about oil and wine. That comes from Freemasonry. Oil and wine, they keep talking about that. That's sustenance, food. Right? And leaving people desolate and hungry. And when and he had opened the fourth seal, heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. Right? And his name that sat on him was Death. Right? Death and hell followed. Right? The pale horse. Right? The white man. Because the other first, like I said, the other ones, like I said, represented, the fourth one would be America. Because America is the youngest kingdom within these 4 beasts. America is the youngest. Actually, Israel is the youngest. But there was an old Israel back in the day. But America would be considered the youngest in the pack. Because you had Rome, you had England, you had Israel was always there. America would be the youngest. All right? And let me see. And hell followed him, meaning ignorance and death followed America. And power was given unto over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. Again, what did I say? Power was given over them with the sword to kill. How many? To kill. Given over them to kill a fourth part of the earth. To kill with the sword, with hunger, with death, and with the beast of the earth. Told you they wanted to. That's talking about wiping out the population right there. That the almond beings gave the beast power to destroy the humans, to destroy the human race, and a lot of our people, the so-called black race, is going right with them. New Orleans, Haiti, Like I said, Africa, the starvation, the famine in Africa, all of this is happening right in front of your face. So for any simple-minded Negro to sit up here talking about, oh, that ain't real, or that book ain't right, it ain't translated right, nigga, it's happening right in your face. What more proof do you need? Who cares who wrote the book down? It's about who sent the book through that person. This knowledge came through that man, John, or whoever he was, the divine. He's not important. It's the fact that those Amen beings sent this book to give a warning to the elect and the people to watch the signs of what's happening right now and the coming of a next world. Let me continue. And I looked and behold, okay, we got that. And when he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. Right? That's for the people, the ones of our people who were sitting up here in religion, claiming that they were following the word of God. A lot of our people are going to be slain when they really not. They cried a loud voice, saying, "How long, O Lord, holy, holy was true? Dost thou judge, avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?" Right? Now, this again is talking about the people who held fast to the knowledge into the future of the intelligence of the true and living God. Because I said this is a book of future intelligence. These are the people that are going to hold strong to it, and those people are going to be fine. Because there's a plan for them. They're needed in the future evolution of the people. See, it's not a religious thing, and it's not no promise, but it's a logical thing, because the people who can follow the intelligence of the God race, the future beings, the Amen race, are going to be needed, because you are their descendants, and they are your ascendants. So of course you're going to be fine, because if you're not fine, they won't be fine. I mean, it makes common sense. These are your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. They are the Amen beings, the God race. This is a future race of people who are controlling present day circumstances on the earth to bring about the future. Okay? Let me see. And the cry loud voice saying, "How long, O Lord, how long thou judge and avenge our blood and dwell on the earth?" And the white robes were given unto every one of them. It was said that they should rest yet a little season, until the fellow servants also of the brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. That's saying rest, right? As our people are being gathered up, the 144,000, that they will receive a white robe, meaning a blank slate, meaning a blank mind, to receive intelligence, to receive future knowledge. Okay? This is what it's saying, that they have to rest for a little while until the 144 is gathered, and to watch as our people die. You understand? For them to receive their power. I said because the black race is holding up the progress of the 144,000. They're drawing too much energy by being on the earth, breathing, taking up space, and serving no purpose. Okay? That's what it's talking about when it said that the people have to die. That's really meaning the black race, our people, because they serve no purpose in the future plans of God. I'm going to just be raw and uncut. They don't serve no purpose. These niggas ain't doing nothing but sitting around here doing nothing. They serving the beast. They're not going to serve the God race. They're not going to serve the Amen beings. Straight up. All right? That's why you see these niggas getting taken out of here. So that has to happen. That's what that's telling the people, to be patient and wait as these people are being taken off the planet. All right? That should be killed as they should be fulfilled. And behold, when he that opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. All right, that's saying that everything is going to appear as though it's blotted out. The light's going to be blotted out. Everything is going to be bedlam here. It's going to be a lot of desolation and natural disaster, and it's talking about these things will appear that way as the moon will look like it's bleeding and things like that, and the sun will become black as sackcloth. You understand? It said that the sun became black as sackcloth. You know what I mean? Because it appears as though the light will be blotted out, or the intelligence will be blotted out on the planet, because everything will be in pure ignorance and darkness. And we in that time right now. You understand? We in that time right now. Also talking about the moon is going to be like blood. What does the moon represent on the earth? It represents water on earth, because the moon pulls the tides on the planet. All right? And the moon, the blood represents our people. You understand? And the lunacy that we in, and the blood that we spilling as lunatics, people who are under that water cycle, meaning under the beast, that represents the lunacy that in the blood that's being spilt from our people, because we're following the way of the beast. Okay? And the stars in heaven fell upon the earth. Even the fig tree casteth an untimely fig, when it is shaken from the mighty wind. When it's saying this, the stars of heaven fell into the earth, talking about meteorites, meteor showers. All right, that they keep talking about is going to come to the earth, and the untimely figs was shaken from the shaken of a mighty wind. That's talking about a lot of the vegetation and things like that is going to be fall off its trees and things like that. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the vegetation is not going to be fit to eat. They're not going to grow to their time to become ripe and grow their time like naturally, like the fruit and the vegetables are supposed to. They're going to fall off. They're not going to develop, and they're not going to be able to nourish the people. Again, that plays into famine. Let me see. And the heavens departed, and the scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. That's again, when they're talking about every mountain was moved out of places, that means that everything is being shifted again. Just as the continent shifted and the land masses shifted when there was one Pangea, you had the continent shift, right? You had the continental shift that created land masses. There's going to be another continental shift. That's going to happen again, right? These things are going to shift out of their place. This is all part of an evolution, right? Just as, like I said, the dinosaurs were used. They were used partly to help pull out a lot of the earth from under the water. Okay, they were used purposely. Just as these shifts are taking place when the beast is dropping these bombs in the heart machine, and they pulling certain water things they're doing through the hydro heart machines. They're pushing land masses in different directions. That's why they're talking about in a certain time, certain parts of the United States are going to start to secede from America, from North America. Okay? And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman, meaning you people who are in bondage, you black people who are in bondage and our people who work for the beast, y'all bonded men, meaning that you are in bondage, mental bondage, and every free man, meaning the elect, the 144,000 who are mentally free. You understand? Hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountains, meaning that they're going to hide in certain places up in the mountains and things like that, because you always hear a big theme in the Bible about the mountains, the mountains. People will always go to the mountains. They will hide in the mountains for security, and it's not going to change today. And say it to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and say to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Talking about hide them from the face of the almond beings so that they won't be destroyed. And from the wrath of the Lamb, right? The one who was sacrificed in the name of these people here. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right? The intelligent ones, the elect, will be able to stand. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing in the 4 corners of the earth, holding 4 winds of the earth. And the wind should not blow on the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. Now, we're talking about angels again. They're talking about messengers, right? They're talking about the first of the first four messengers that came, right, or who will come or two have already come, and they're holding they're holding things back. Why are things being held back? Because the elect have to be raised. The elect have to be raised from amongst the dead, the mentally dead, before this thing folds. So they're holding things back. The almond beings are holding things back and holding back their plans to destroy the top part of the planet. It doesn't mean they're going to destroy the whole planet. They're going to destroy the top source of the planet and not to kill off the majority of the people, to get it ready for the elect, to get it ready for a new race of people. That's why I said in that movie, The Knowing, when they used the white man, they said they destroyed all the people, they destroyed all the planet, the people on the planet, and got it ready for a new generation. When the little white boy and the little white girl was running, they had to repopulate the planet because these people that were there, they were no longer necessary, much like your human race. You understand? And I said it won't be the whole black race is going to make it because they like the human race now. Okay, let me get back to this. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. Right? And he, with the loud voice of the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Right? They had the voice of the living God. The one who coming from the east, who has the voice of the living God, right? They're talking about the true and living God, Amen, right? They're talking about the one who will bring the wrath of the Amen beings, who will hurt everything in the sea. When it's talking about our coming from the east, that's talking about our people, because the east is where we came from. Every one of the Amen beings are going to be descendants of the east. You understand? Meaning in Egypt, in Nubia, and Sumer. We didn't come out of Africa. Though they consider that part of the East Africa. The white man did that, but that's not part of the West. You understand? The east that we were supposed to come through was from there to the west, which is America, not Africa. All right? So what that's talking about is those four beings, those four men who carried the name of Amen on them as a part of the Amen race. They were supposed to come out of the east to the west, but we went into Africa by mistake, and we ended up being back over here anyway. So the bloodline of the Amen beings, of the seal of those messengers, of those angels, were born in the east, and we came into the west through bondage. Let me continue. And hurt the earth and the sea. Saith, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees. We shall seal the servants of our God in their forehead. Just what I just said. They're not going to hurt the earth. They're not going to hurt neither the sea nor the trees. We will seal the servants of our God in their forehead, meaning these people will let the elect know, the 144,000 know, the future race of people that's coming up, that they are Amen beings, that they are children of Amen, that they are the future race that will live on. So the earth can't be hurt because they have to be raised from it so that they won't be hurt. It's not about these other people, and it's not about really hurting the earth, because the earth did nothing. It's just to get rid of these people that are here. So you have to destroy the things on it and kill them off to bring about the new people. Okay? And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was a seal of 144,000. And the tribes of the children of Israel, talking about the 144,000 and those who are going to come out of the black race, 12,000 in each tribe. Our tribes, our people will be everywhere. You got our people in Mexico. I'm talking about the black Mexicans. You got our people, and like when the Israelites do that sign where they show the Mexicans this, that, and the third, it's not all those people there. You got our people, because they say, oh, well, how you going? Our people are all over the planet. You understand? Our people are all over the planet. You know our people when you see them. You know the people who are your East Indian, who got East Indian mix in them. You know our people, the ones who are people who look white. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell they still got the carbon coating in them. Those are your 144,000. We're related. Let me continue. All right. It's talking about 144,000, but I want to key you in on that number. See, because the 144,000 represents not just a number of people, it also represents, if you do the mathematics on it, 1, 4, and 4 equals 9. Now, Dr. York, what did he talk about? He talked about the number 9. He talked about 720 degrees, right? Now, 72 and 72 is what? 144. So the man that would come to lead the 144,000 would be that third being, or that third angel, that third messenger. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad came talking about 360 degrees, right? 3 and 6 is 9. 36 and 36 is 72, right? And 72 and 72 is 144. So that goes to show you that this is a tripling of knowledge. This was a line of evolution. These men, you understand, represented those beings from the east that came to the west, because we are the people of the east. Our bloodline is really from the east, from Egypt, from Nubia and whatnot, and we always worship the god Amen, though they use names like Allah and things like that, but when we said Amen at the end of our prayer, it came from our connection to the god Amen and the Amen race. You understand? It's not an Egyptian god. Amen is not an Egyptian god. Amen was a real man that walked the planet, a real so-called black man that walked the planet with a race of intelligent, higher advanced beings. All right? So let me continue. And the children of Israel, meaning the future race, not Israel, because I said the children of Israel are no longer Israel. Old Israel is dead. The children of Israel are the future people that came out, which is our people now. Right? The tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. The tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. The tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Naphtali was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. The other tribe, Zebulon, sealed 12,000. The tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000. The tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. After this, like I said, this represents our people all over the planet. You understand? Like I said, in every place it'll number about 12,000. 1 and 2 equals what? 3. Also, if you notice with the number 1 and 4 equals 5, it represents the fifth dimension. These people who will be advancing their way of thinking, they will be moved up to a higher way of thinking, because as a future people, they have to think beyond everybody else on earth in order to receive instructions to survive. Because the people who think into the future are the ones who are going to survive this Holocaust that's going to come, this famine and things like that, this death, the heart machine and things like that. They're going to survive that, because they'll be receiving future intelligence. And I'm going to say this again to the people who say, oh, well, brother, how are you going to talk about the future? The future hasn't happened yet. Hello, if you have somebody that can predict the future, or if you have thoughts of the future, and then next thing you know, something happens the next minute that you thought of before, then that means the future was laid out for you, because you can't. How can you see? In order for you to see the future, the future has to be laid out, right? Makes sense. So the future is being laid out already ahead of you. We're just coming into that future right now. All right? Let's talk about our people all over the place. Some of our people are Latino. Some of our people are in the Latin countries. Our people are all over the planet. You understand? But you can recognize our people when you see them. You know? After this I beheld a little great multitude, no man could number, of all nations, and the kindreds and the people and the tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robe. Again, that proves what I just said. Our people are going to be speaking different tongues. They're going to be speaking Spanish. They're going to be speaking, some going to be speaking Russian. Some going to be, our people are all over the place. You got black people everywhere. Our people are going to have white robes, and they ain't even going to be able to speak English. But like I said, they're going to be speaking many tongues, because our people are all over the damn planet. You understand? The 144,000, the elect, are all over the planet. You understand that? That's what's being said. Our people are all over the planet. They're not just here in America. A lot of these niggas in America that's walking around, they not of the elect, man. They of the deflect. What do I mean when I say they're of the deflect? When I said they are of the deflect, I mean they're the ones that's going to deflect the light. The black races of the deflect. They're not going to receive the light. They're going to deflect the light. You understand? They're gonna be the niggas that's gonna talk, oh, that book ain't real. He's just trying to get people to follow what he's saying. That book ain't real. They're gonna try to pull you away from the elect. You believe that? Yeah, no. I'm sorry. You niggas believe in Yankee hats and $200 Jordans in the Beast Society. That's what, in smoking weed. That's what you niggas believe in. That's what y'all about. That's what you stand for. You think this is going to continue, or your 401k plan. You think this is going to continue. You niggas got to be out insane. Let me go on. Let me see. And then let's say, which no man could number, all nations, kindred, and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, meaning that they're not going to have, and they're not going to be talking about they old teachers. They're not going to be talking about Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Jesus Christ. All that's going to be dead, man. They're going to be waiting to receive this higher intelligence because all that's coming to an end. That's why all these religious leaders is being exposed right now, because it's going to make the elect be like, the hell with these niggas, man. You understand? The white ones, the Spanish ones, the black ones, all these niggas that came in, all these people that came in the name of religion and the false teachings of the beast, they're going to be destroyed, man. You understand? They stood before the Lamb in white robes and palms in their hand. Right? And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, upon the Lamb, and upon unto the Lamb. Excuse me. And all the gods, angels, stood around the throne and about the elders, and the four beasts fell up before the throne on their face and worshiped God. So that throws all that nonsense you niggas was talking about the white man worshiping Satan or the devil. They telling you right there that the white man, the beast, worships God. He worships Amen. You understand me? Like I said, I serve the same higher authority that the Illuminati serve. We all worship Amen. You understand? Newsflash. We don't worship opposite God. Ain't no good God. Ain't no bad God. It's one God race, and they are intelligent beings, and they are about the future evolution of the planet. That's what this book is. It's a future intelligence book. If you're not in tune with it, if you're ignorant to it, it's not for you. It's not for the black race, the majority of our people, to understand or get. You understand? Because, like I said, the black race are in darkness. And those are our people who are born with their eyes open, who see the light. They're going to understand this. They're going to have an understanding of this book, which I'm giving you out right now, that you're going to see this is all future prophecy and future words and things I'm showing you in the book. It's not going to be interpreted from them people in the darkness in the circle. They blind, man. They're not supposed to get this. All right? The beast fell on his face and worshiped God, meaning they're going to fall on their face and worship the God race, the Amen beings, because they know the black man is God. The bright man, not the black man. The black man is in darkness. The bright man, who they refer to as a black man, that's why they put that image of Morgan Freeman up as God in that movie, Bruce Almighty. Why would they do that? Why would they make the black man God? Why would that white woman, Sarah Silverman, and her show show as black God is a black man? What are they trying to tell you? And you niggas, it's going right over you niggas' heads. It's going right over y'all head. They letting you know who God is, but y'all want to be like them. Y'all want to still follow the beast. You still want to act like them. Saying amen. What they said, and the beast fell on his face and said amen. They telling you right there who the God is. Amen. Blessing and glory, wisdom and thanksgiving, honor and power and might be unto God forever and ever. Amen. That's not they telling you right there. That's not a sealing off what they saying, because if the name Amen was the seal off prayers, what I just said wasn't no prayer. Then why they put Amen there? Why they put Amen there? That's their way of telling you that they praising the God Amen. But like I said, it go over our people's head. Even the Israelites, those simple-minded niggas still talking about, yeah, the white man worships Satan and Satan. You niggas don't even know what no Satan is. There's no Satan. It's just the sacred 10. And they worship the God Amen. Let me continue. And the elders answered, saying unto me, and these are which are arrayed in the white robes, and whence they came, and said unto him, Sir, thou knowest, and said to me, these are they that would come out of the great tribulation, meaning the 144,000. They're going to come out of the tribulation, man. You understand? The tribulation as a tribe. Tribulation. Tribulation. They're going to come out as a new tribe. You understand? All those 12 tribes are going to form one family. You understand? And they're going to become the Mentalians. They're going to become the receivers. They're going to be the new race on the planet. You understand? And they're going to come out of the old black race. That's what that's talking about. It said they're going to survive the tribulation and the death of our people, the death of the black race. and a majority of the human race on the planet, and have washed their robes. Washed their robes, meaning they have cleaned up their minds. You understand? They have washed their robes and made white in the blood of the Lamb. Meaning they cleaned off they cleaned their deeds off. They stopped doing the things they was doing because they seen the blood of our people shed. You understand? The sacrifices that was made in the name of the Lamb. The ones who was sacrificing for this thing. People like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Malachi Z, even myself, we sacrificing for this, man. Because I'm up here telling our people the truth. And like I said, these Negroes up here, these niggas that stand on the side, these niggas that sit up there, they'll sit up there, go against what I'm saying because y'all, they want to still serve the beast. I don't care if these niggas sitting up here talking about consciousness, black power, whatever. These niggas serve the beast, man. They lying to you, man. They want to still serve the beast, man. You understand that? The Israelites, all them niggas want to serve the beast, man. Because they say they want to sleep with the white woman, put the white man in bonds and sleep with his woman. That you serving the beast. You want to be like them. And the worst ones at that. Let me continue. Because all that they talking about, that's going to be the kingdom and whatnot. But I'm reading the book of Revelation. I don't say what the elite going to be doing. It don't say nothing about the elect putting the white man in bondage and raping his woman. Where you niggas getting that from? That's what you niggas want to do because y'all under the beast, man. Y'all want to do that. I don't see none of that in here in the book of Revelation. This is the book we in right now. I done read all the stuff that's going on. Where is it that it's talking about the elect going to be putting people in bondage and having sex with the white woman and taking women and raping women? Like that madness you niggas be talking about. You not of the elect, man. You of the beast. Let me continue. And let me see. In the blood of the Lamb. And therefore they before the throne of God and serve him day and night in the temple, and in that which sitteth in the throne shall dwell amongst them. They talking about they're going to serve the almond beings day and night, meaning they're going to be receivers for the God race, the future race. They're going to do their will. It ain't going to be no niggas sitting around talking about, well, I got my opinion over here, my philosophy, and what I think. Ain't no way no I think. It's going to be serving the God race. That's it. Passing out their orders and controlling the planet as the new governors of the world. That's what that's going to be. Not you niggas with your own philosophies that you got from the white man. Not no Pan-Africanism. Not no Egyptology. Not no more Moorish science. All that's going to be dead, man. You understand that? That's going to be dead. For you niggas that want to hold on to that. You want to hold on to that, you're not of the elect, man. It said these people are going to get a clean slate. So all your philosophies you learned in the old world are going to be dead in this world coming, man. That's it. Let me continue. Therefore, they will be set day and night in the temple, and it sitteth in the throne, sat in the throne, and sitteth in the throne. They shall dwell amongst them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more. Neither shall the sun of light, neither shall the sunlight, neither shall the sunlight on them no more, nor any heat. In other words, our people are not going to be starving anymore. Our people are not going to be thirsty anymore. That's another way of saying our people are not going to be in poverty anymore. You understand? Because we're going to have intelligence to build a new world. That's coming. You understand? Don't look beyond the beast and what he's doing right now. See, that's the problem with our people. They can't look beyond this world and what the beast is doing. You understand? Because the only way to change things is to look beyond it and start working toward the future. Forget what's going on in the present. That's why I told my people, forget the past, forget the present. Look to the future and start working toward it. That's how you get beyond that. Become new and that new people. All this book is talking about, the theme of this book is constantly talking about a new beginning, a new beginning, a new people. But you people, y'all want to talk about y'all past, what happened in the past, what's going on in the present. The hell with that, man. They're talking about the future race of a people coming up who clean their minds blank and start it new. You understand? That's our salvation, to receive this higher intelligence, man, and start new, to go blank, man. That's what this whole book is talking about. You ain't going to be able to bring your rituals and the things you was doing yesterday. It ain't going to matter. For the Lamb, let me see. They will hunger no more and no more heat, meaning they won't be burnt up from the sun, because a lot of our people are going to die in that solar holocaust that's coming here, where they call about the sun showers. All right? For the Lamb which in the midst of the throne shall feed them, meaning the Son of Man, and shall lead them into living fountains of water, and God shall wipe all their tears from their eyes. Right? Meanwhile, people are not going to cry anymore and fear nothing no more. Everything's going to be all right. That's real. Because, like, what did it say? Before things get better, they got to get worse. Things got to get bad before they get better. We're going to see people, our people going to be dying all around us, man. It could be your cousin. It could be your uncle. It could be your mother. It could be your father. But the truth of the matter, it could be your own son, your daughter. The truth of the matter is they don't serve any purpose. You got to get used to that. You understand? A lot of our people don't serve no purpose. That's what it is. And we're going to weep for them that's going to die amongst us. But, hey, that's what it's got to be, man. It could be my own family. Oh, well. What can I do about that? That's the judgment of the God race. I'm running with the God race. I'm running with the future ascension. I'm running with my children. My children are deciding this based on what I do now. That's the God race that's deciding this. Their decisions is made from intelligence and common sense and logic, not from emotions, not from who's good, who the religion. Their decisions on who stays and who goes is based on judgment, judgmental, judging the minds of the people, what they are able to receive in intelligence and what they are not able to receive. The people who are not able to receive and follow these instructions and receive this higher intelligence, they're going to go, man. That's what the black race and the majority of the people on the planet don't understand. That's what this book is signifying. Okay. All right. And when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in the heavens about the space of a half an hour, 30 years. Silence. Right? And silence represents a period of thinking and receiving. Right? That's the silence. That's why, like I said, if you notice these niggas in religion, they're not really saying anything, right? That's from the year 2000 to 2030. The reception is taking place right now, and the elect are being risen. And I saw in the seven angels which stood before God, and them that were given seven trumpets. Trumpets represents announcements, ones who are blowing that thing to get people's attention with their voices. And another angel came and stood in the altar, having a golden censer, right? And there was given unto them much incense. With an incense is burned to make things smell good, right? They come with good odors, right? That they should offer it with the prayer of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. Meaning that they're going to bring their words and their works and things like that, and it's going to be pleasing to the God race, right? It'll smell good, it'll look good, everything. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers and the saints ascended up. Look at what's saying. It ascended up before God out of the angel's hands. Up, ascension, the future race, the ascension, right? It ascended up. And the angels took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it onto the earth, right? And there their voices were thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes, meaning that they sent down destruction, you understand, to speed things along to bring up the God race. See, when the elect, the ones who are chosen, know who they are and they're coming together, they're not worrying about this stuff. They're going to be fine. They're not worried about this, The people who are not of the elect, they got to worry. And the seven angels had seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail of fire mingled with blood. And they were cast upon the earth. The third part of the trees was burnt up, and the greens were burnt up. That's talking about the solar flares, going to burn up the planet. That's why you see these fires in California. Keep talking about the fire, the forest fires burning. The sun is burning the forest in California. They can't put that fire out, so they got to let it burn. All right? They're not telling you a lot of the forest and a lot of the things, the natural vegetation is burned up. It's getting burnt by the sun because it's meant to cause starvation. It's meant to kill off some of the animals. And the second angel sounded, as it were, great mountains burning with fire and cast into the sea. And the third, mountains burning the fire and cast upon the sea. And the third sea became blood. Right? That's talking about all the animals in the sea that are going to die. You understand? The things that are falling into the sea. These are all natural disasters. Part of it is natural disasters. The beast is helping things along with the heart machine to create unnatural disasters to help speed things up. destroy. Because that's one thing the five positions got right. You got to, in order to build something new, you have to destroy something. Just destroy the old to build something new. And the third part of the creatures were in the sea and had life, died. And the third part of the ships were destroyed. Right? The ships in the sea. And the third angel sounded, all fell a great star from heaven, burning it with a lamp, and fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. Right? They said, and fell on the great star from the heaven, burnt as it was a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers. Right? Fire into the water. And in the name of the star called Wormwood, and the third part of the water became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter, meaning that a lot of our people are going to die from the water. There's going to be a lot of bacteria and infectious things that's falling from the sky that's going to fall into the water and it's going to make the water undrinkable, and it's also going to poison the animals, the sea creatures. All right? This is all coming to pass. You understand, with the Exxon spill and whatnot, and it's also talking about the oil that spilled into the water. That was done purposely. You understand? All this is done on purpose. You know? And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten. Right? And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. Also a third part of them was in darkness, and by the day shone the third part of it in the night likewise. All right? Where it says this, a third part of the sun was smitten, and a third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. Notice the number 3 is constantly being mentioned. 3, 3, 3. That's talking about a third of this picture that's here. A third of the because we're in a 3-dimensional picture right here of what some of our people can see. Like I said, a third of that is going out. You understand? A third of everything is going out. It said that a third part of the sun was smitten. A third part of the moon was smitten. A third part of the stars was a third part of the stars. A third part of them was darkened by the day, shone not for part of it. Meaning that our people are going to be in darkness. A third part of our people, they won't be able to receive the light. They won't receive the intelligence from the sun, the stars, and things like that, and the moon. They won't receive any of that. Because I told you all these things represent light. That's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put the sun, moon, and stars in the universe on his head. And that was his crown. Because all this knowledge is coming from the future, from the God race who is moving in the world that has no boundaries. So it's saying that the people, the light will not be shined or reflected through the majority of our people, the black race. They're going to be in darkness. That's what that's talking about. The children of Israel, the majority of them are going to be in darkness. All right? Let me get back to this. And the third part of this, let me see. And the angel sounded, and they fell on the great star in heaven burning, and the lamp fell upon this third part of the rivers, upon the third part of the fountain of waters. Okay, we said that. That was the destruction in the water. Let me see. What I leave off? And the third part, I got to keep my hand there so I won't miss it, because it's easy to. I don't want to jump over anything. We said the wormwood. We read that, and the fourth angel said the stars. A third part. Let me see. All right, back to that. And behold, I heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying, with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the 3 angels, which are yet to be sounded. It's saying woe to the people of the earth for the things that are coming. From those 3 messengers that are coming, that are going to be talking about the judgment of the society and the world. Okay? And the 5th angel sounded and saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Right? What is the bottomless pit? The bottomless pit represents ignorance. Right? It represents the depth of the sacred 10 to keep our people in perpetual ignorance. That's the bottomless pit. and continuous, perpetual submental bondage. Because some of our people are so deep falling into the pit that there is no helping our people. They want to be in the bottomless pit with the beast. They want to be under that submental state. And he constantly gives you things to keep you falling down deeper so that you're not going to see light. He wants you to fall in the darkness into the bottomless pit, which is his submental state, because the beast submental state has many different dimensions as well. They have bottomless dimensions that of darkness in which they constantly keep our people in ignorance. This is real. He's created this. Different levels of darkness and ignorance. That's the bottomless pit. And to him giving the key to the bottomless pit, the one who's given the key to the bottomless pit is the Son of Man, to wake some of the people up. Some of our people are going to come out. Some of our people are not. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose smoke out of the pit, and the smoke of the great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. All right? Talking about the ignorance of our people, that the sunlight that's coming to them is going to be darkened, because when the light comes to the people, they're going to try to turn it dark. What that means is the intelligence that's going to be shared from the God race, some of our people are going to try to turn it dark because they in darkness. They're going to try and turn it to something negative. Like a lot of these niggas that's in these different movements, they're going to try to take it and flip it and take what they want out of it and turn it into darkness. You understand? The ones who was in darkness, when they received the light, instead of becoming that blank slate, what they're going to do is they're going to take it and try to flip it into what they want to flip it into and inject it into their teaching. When they hear this word here, the truth of the book of Revelation, they're going to try to flip it into what they want and turn it into darkness, just to keep y'all in the circle and keep you following them in ignorance under the beast. A lot of our people, them niggas in the conscious movement, the ones in the damn in religion, these people in these cultural movements, they're going to take what they want to take, and they're going to cause more confusion. That's why your black race got to go. Majority of our people are going to go, because they're here to cause confusion. And the Amen beings don't want any confusion. They want our people together as one tribe, one family. Just said that in the book of Revelation. I didn't say that. That's in the book. They want one people together as a unit. Let me continue. All right. And there came out of the smoke of the locust upon the earth, and upon them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. Right? And it is commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. What is that saying? That's saying that the locust and all these things, they're going to attack the food source. They're going to attack the people who don't have the name of Amen sealed in their forehead, the name of God sealed in their forehead. See, I'm going to tell you something. The beast, the four beasts, they have the name of, that's the funny thing, they have the name of Amen sealed in their forehead. They do. You understand? They were given power over the bottomless pit. The beast was given power over the bottomless pit. What does that mean? That means that he was given control over this world, over the submental state, because this world is hell. You understand? He was given control because the Amen beings realized that a lot of the creation, a lot of the people are not going to be able to make it onto this level that they laying out for the God race to follow. So what did they do? They created a submental place, and they allowed the beast to run this thing. That's why this is like this. They allowed him to run this thing. But the people who are not going to partake in it, they're going to come beyond the beast, and they're going to make their connection to the God race, and they're going to move into the future. But the white man, the beast, the ones who control it, the elite, they got the mark of Amen. They got the mark of God in their head. They know who the true and living God is. They know. It's y'all that don't know. The black race is in darkness, not so much because the white man puts you there. It's because a lot of our people want to be there. All he does is offer. And like I said, y'all take it. Y'all partake, so stop blaming the white man for y'all being in darkness. He ain't supposed to. Like I said, he puts something down, and it's your choice to pick it up. He puts the drugs in your neighborhood. You ain't got to use it. You understand? You niggas want to use drugs. You are destructive. Even if he didn't put the drugs there, a lot of our people are a bunch of black devils. They'll figure out something to sell to kill our people anyway. So don't blame the damn white man. He put something there. Like I said, most of it is done to keep you niggas, to keep y'all, sedated. You understand? Most of it is done to keep you niggas sedated. Because, like I said, y'all don't serve no purpose anyway. And y'all didn't serve any purpose way before the white man came on the scene. Y'all just didn't serve no purpose anyway. You understand? So the beast, he got the name of God in his forehead. That's why I said in the book that he going to fall down on his face and worship God, because he's just doing his job. That's why I said I ain't got no problem with the Illuminati, and they doing their job. They doing what they supposed to do. But it's our people, it's our job to be doing what we supposed to do. If we was doing what we were supposed to do, we wouldn't have no problems. But we want to sit around and wait for the white man and everybody else to do things for us. And we supposed to be the God race. That's why they can't stand our people, because y'all supposed to be leading the charge. Y'all supposed to be leading the damn world. But what y'all doing? Y'all laying on y'all ass waiting for somebody to hand y'all stuff. Y'all waiting for somebody to give y'all waiting for the beast to give you interpretations on religion. You understand? Or what you supposed to be doing. When he's showing you who God is. He put Morgan Freeman up there for a reason. He was showing you in this day and time, telling you the truth. But that's y'all fault. Let me continue. And he commanded them not to the ones who have God's name in their foreheads, and them that was given, they should not kill them, and them it was given, meaning given the name, should not be killed. I told you, the elect don't have nothing to worry about. They've already been sealed already. But that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was the torment of a scorpion, when it striketh a man. And those, meaning that some of our people are going to be put through trials and tribulation. You understand? The elect are going to be put through it. They won't be slain, but they're going to be put through trials and tribulation to test them. You understand? 5 days, right? Actually, 60 months means 5 years. Right? A scorpion, when he striketh a man, torment. That's going to actually, I can break that down. The scorpion represents a man that will have the sign of a scorpion, and the word from that person will strike them. You understand? The Son of Man will be like a scorpion, or he'll be under the sign of a scorpion, and that word is going to strike the elect. You understand? For 5 years. And they're going to be under that because they're going to be getting made ready to receive as the elect. You understand? So they're going to have to go through trials and tribulations, but they'll be fine. You got to put people through certain things in order to make them strong. That's what that's talking about. And those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. That's talking about your black race, because your black race and the majority of our people today, they're going to be in such ignorance and things like they look, like I said, why you think you got our generation right now talking about murder, kill? Because these niggas want to die. Everything on this planet has a death aura. These men are seeking death, but they can't die. The majority of the black race and all people in general, they want to die. You understand? They know they ain't got no reason for being here, so the majority of our people want to die. Because this is hell on earth for them, because they don't have no clue why they here. They're not trying to find out. They married their minds onto the submental state of the beast. They in the matrix. They seeking death. That's why they posing with guns. They selling drugs. They doing kind of dangerous things. It ain't got nothing to do with money. They looking to die. Biggie, remember that record he made, Ready to Die? How many people jumped on that vibration, that ready to die vibration? You understand? That's the majority of your young black race and our people and the black woman today. A lot of them is ready to die, man. They setting themselves mentally. They already dead. Well, if you dead mentally already, then you physical death. You waiting for physical death. If you dead mentally, all you gotta do is lay down and stop breathing, because that's the majority of the black race. Let me continue. Death will flee from them, and the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their foreheads were crowns of gold, and their faces were the faces of men. That's talking about the beast. You understand? That's talking about his armies, the orders that they're going to receive to destroy things on the earth, create famines and things like that. And they're talking about the crown on their head is the intelligence that they're receiving from the God race to destroy things on the planet and create famines and create things, create hell on earth to get rid of the people here. You understand? Because they can't just line everybody up and kill people. It take too long. So what they'll do is they'll destroy things. They'll poison water systems. They'll create viruses, AIDS. They'll create all kinds of diseases to kill off the planet, and the population. They'll create estrogen and hormone shots to create an asexual race of people, like they're doing with our people today. That's why you see the young black man here, homo, and his woman's a lesbian. The young kids are gay and lesbian early because they're not meant to procreate. That's what's going on right now. Let me continue. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were the teeth of lions. That's talking about the beast. He has the hair of a woman. Why? Because look at you women. The majority of the women, y'all perm your hair to look like the white man, and the white man, the East Indian, all y'all perm your hair like them because they have the hair. That's why I said they have the hair of women, because the majority of the hairstyle on the planet, right, amongst the women, the human creation of women is permed hair or straight hair. So the white man, the beast, they have the hair of women, right? They have the hair of women, the teeth of lions, meaning that their teeth are sharp, meaning that these people are ruthless. You understand? That's talking about the beast. And they had breastplates, and it was the breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings as it was the sound of chariots and the horses running in battle. The breastplates represent their body armor. It represents the wings represent their planes, their fighter planes, things like that. Their armies, right? And sounds of chariots and many horses running in battle. Their tanks, everything. It's talking about the militaries. And they had tails unto scorpions, and they were the stings of the tails that their power was to hurt men with men 5 months. They said they had the tails of scorpions, right? They're talking about a lot of the technology that they're coming up with, like your tasers and things like that. A lot of the technology of reaching out to sting people, reaching out also to touch people in the monetary system to sting people. Because what does a scorpion do? It stings people and it incapacitates you. You understand? Certain things to sting you but won't kill you. Scorpions sting you, right? And they will hurt men for 5 months, meaning 5 years, right? And they had a king over them, and it was an angel which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is Hebrew tongue Abaddon, right? But in the Greek tongue, his name is Apollyon, right? Abaddon and Apollyon. In the word Abaddon, means you get the word abandon. You can see the word abandon and Abaddon from the Hebrew. You know what I mean? To abandon something, Abaddon, right? That shows you that the Greek and the Hebrew. Let me see. The Greek and the Hebrew were being the languages were closer together because you had the Greeks came amongst the Hebrews and whatnot, and they translated that language over, right? The one who's abandoned. Hold on, let me get back to this. Let me see. Lost my place again. Tongue is Apollyon. One woe is past. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 more woes hereafter. Right? And after the 6th angel sounded and heard a voice from the horns, the golden altar which is before God, saying that the 6th angel which had the trumpet loosed the 4 angels which were bound in the great river of Euphrates, right? And what they talking about, the Tigris Euphrates, that is the river that runs in the east, right? That's talking about the river that runs, the Tigris Euphrates. That's the river that runs in the east of our land, right? All through Egypt, Israel, all that river runs straight through our lands. The east, where our people come from, where the 144,000 in the east come from, right? From that river. You understand where our people, where our land was, where we once were. We were more than just Israel. You understand? And that land, our land, is abandoned because we have the dead walking on land. Let me see. Saying the sixth angel with the trumpet loosed the four angels which are bound in the Tigris Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for the slay of the third party of men. Right? Now that's talking about being that's talking about the messengers coming and putting a third of the people here on earth to death. You understand? That's what it's talking about. Right? They slay the third part of men, talking about mankind, the human race. Right? And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And I saw the horses in the vision, and on them sat having breastplates and fire, and jacinth and brimstone, and on their heads were horses, and on their heads of the horses were the heads of the lions. All right, that's talking about what that's talking about is Israel in this day and time. It's talking about the armies right now in the east, the Jews in Israel. It's talking about their armies. All this is talking about is the armies in these different places of the beast. All right, and how they're being allowed to kill off the people in the east. How they're being allowed to starve out the people and cause famine. They're being allowed to do this right now. All that's talking about the beast. All right. That's why if you're talking about the head, on the heads of the horse was the lion. The lion signifies Israel today. All right, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone, meaning death and destruction, meaning their bombs and their weapons and things like that that are destroying the people over there, getting rid of the Arabs and things like that, because they're being given an order to the elite of the Israelis are being given an order to destroy the East and get the and destroy the populations of the East. They're getting things ready too. They're getting it cracking for everybody too. They serving and they putting in their work. The style they way. You understand? Don't get involved in it. All people sitting up here worrying about what's going on with the Arabs in the East and the Arab-Israeli conflict. Leave that alone. It ain't got nothing to do with our people. The elect is supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be involved. We're just going to sit and watch. This is all playing out perfectly. By these three was a third part of men killed. See? By these three was a third part of men killed by fire, by smoke, by brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. The brimstone, the fire, and the smoke represents the bombs and the blowing up of buildings. What is Israel and them known for today? They known for blowing up, making bombs and blowing up things, right? And buildings exploding. So this is real. This is what that's talking about. Israel and them blowing up stuff over there and the Arab-Israeli conflict, right? Because all that's going on in our land. All that's our land. For the power of the third of their mouths and their tails were like unto serpents, and their heads were like were with them they do hurt, right? So that's talking about that their mouths and their tails were like serpents because they were stinging everybody. You understand? They were stinging a lot of the people because they talking about like serpents. They were stinging people. They were hurting them. Financially, they were hurting them. Monetarily, they were hurting them, causing famine and things like that. And a lot of times they wasn't killing the people, but they were stinging them. They were incapacitating the people, because that's what a scorpion does. He stings you and incapacitates you. He doesn't kill you. And that's why they keep being referred to as their tails are like scorpions, because if I take away your food, if I blow up your building, I leave you alive, I kill the piece of you because I've killed a piece of your life, of your livelihood. I stung you, but you still living. You understand? You going through shock waves because I just destroyed your world. And that's what that's talking about. Let me continue. And the rest of the men which were not killed by plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands. And they should not worship devils and idols and gold and silver and brass and stone and wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. In other words, it's saying that these people, they should not be worshiping these material possessions. You understand? Because it doesn't mean anything. You know, that's the evil. When they talk about the devil, that's talking about the evil or the ignorant things that our people worship and that the man worships. The material things, the gold, the silver, the brass, the stone, all the material things our people worship. It don't mean a damn thing. You understand? The beast only made that mean something to our people. You understand? The beast only made this mean something to our people. And like I said, you look at the black woman today, you look at our people today, they'll do anything for gold or fake gold because none of the gold is real. They'll do anything for the gold, for the silver, just to wear on their necks and things like that because the beast, he got them in that submental state where they'll kill for clothing, they'll kill for cars, whatever. He did that to them. And he set that stage up and they fell into it. They didn't want to vibrate on no higher frequency. They care about that stuff. All right? Let me continue. Neither repented they are the murderers, nor the sorcerers, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. All right? That's talking about our people who are doing all these things. The sorcerers, our people who are in that black magic, our people who are into that just all kinds of strange fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, our people that's repented, murder, killing each other for money. It's talking about stealing from one another. That's talking about our people today. Our people are in a deep submental state. But like I said, the beast was put over this whole thing for the submental to control the minds of the submental. And it's only going to be the elect that's going to rise above that. Okay? And I saw another mighty angel come. When I say angel, it means messenger. That's all it means. Come down from heaven, meaning that his mentality, you understand? When I say he came down from heaven, meaning that his mentality is connected to those Amen beings of the future. When it say come, it means he floated out the sky. It means that he was connected mentally and his eyes are open to receive intelligence in this day and time. Doesn't mean no man floated down out the sky like the damn white man them try to tell you somebody just popped here, floated out the sky. Don't work like that. What that's talking about is these messengers being connected to the future, to those Amen beings to receive intelligence in this day and time to give to the people, to share the intelligence and raise the elect. That's what that's talking about. These people who are connected and being born with their eyes open. Let me continue. And I saw another angel come down out of the heaven, clothed in a cloud and the rain, and a rainbow. The cloud is talking about the white robe again. Going back, because the cloud is white. It's talking about as a clean slate, one who is not of the philosophy of the beast. And a rainbow, meaning that he will have many colors, because after the rain, like I said, after the rain, after the storm, the rain, the colors come out. The new world comes. Meaning he'll have a new mind, as a receiver, and he will receive higher intelligence of a future world to come, a brighter world. Right? Let me see. And the rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun. See, his face was as it was the sun, meaning that he will shine with intelligence. He will be bright. He will receive future intelligence. He won't be of the old world. You understand? The rainbow represents the new. The sunlight represents the intelligence. The white represents the clean slate or the robe, the blank space, because he was just going to come here as a receiver, because that's what our people were supposed to be doing anyway, receiving higher intelligence from God, whose true name is Amen. All right. And his face was like the sun, and his feet were like pillars of fire. Right? That person, the pillars of fire would be that solar intelligent or that solar plex being, because fire is big amongst our people, because our people came out of the fire, out of the light. We didn't come out of the water like the human race. We came out of the fire. That's why our hair grows up, because heat makes things rise. We are solar beings. We are solar intelligent light beings. We are not human because we were not created in the water. The Amen beings are solar light beings. We are of a whole totally different existence. We are not the same species as the human race, a.k.a. mankind, the created ones. Let me continue. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set it to his right foot upon the sea, and his foot on the earth. When it's talking about the book that he had, it would be a future book. And he said he set his foot on that book as the future book, and the other foot on the earth, which is the present day world. And that was talking about him walking from earth, walking from the present day and into the future of this book of what the world is going to become. That was a future book. Just as I'm reading from this future book here of the things that are coming. That person would bring future intelligence. All right? And he cried in a loud voice, and when a lion roared, and he cried in a loud voice as a lion roared. And when he cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. Right? The 7 thunders that's talking about is the seven messengers that are going to start sending intelligence through one person. They're going to start linking up and sending intelligence quicker through the people that are coming, through the messengers that are coming. They'll all line up and send future thought through one person. These future beings will send and assist in the ascension of our people. They'll send future thought and intelligence to our people through one person. It's not going to be through many people. It's only going to come through one person. Because I tell our people all the time, it's not going to be many. It's going to be one who will lead many. Because reason why I say this is because if you have a lot of people teaching something, it's going to cause confusion. You understand? So it's only going to be one. Okay, let me continue. And he cried in a loud voice, and when the lion roared, okay, and when the 7 thunders uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard the voice from the heavens saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. In other words, the Son of Man is going to receive the intelligence from the future, from the 7 thunders, meaning the future ones that are going to come. And it said, don't write them down and don't tell nobody. You understand? Because the future were certain things. This, like I said, we only translating from this book, but it's going to be a future book to come after this. This is not over. You understand? It's even deeper than this. You understand? So this is the evolution our people are going through. You know? And write them not. And the angel which I saw stand on the sea upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven. When it said the messenger I saw stand upon the sea, right, and upon the earth, meaning that he stood with 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future. You understand? Because the sea represents represents also the future, because the sea is not solid, right? The sea is liquid. You can put your foot in the ocean and whatnot in the water. It's not solid. Things that are solid and hard, they represent past and present. Things that are set in stone or set in concrete or whatever. But you have the future that is not solid. You understand? You can penetrate it, right? He lifted up his hand to heaven, meaning to the sky, to receive. When you lift your hand to heaven, they were talking about somebody lifting his hand to receive intelligence, and swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven. Swear by Amen, who lived forever and ever, the eternal one who created heaven, the God race, the future beings, the things that therein are and the earth, and the things that therein are the sea, and the things that there are the time of no longer. Should be the time no longer. So what that's saying is, it's talking about the things that will come and the things that will be no more. Like I've been telling you, we're going through an evolution here. You understand? Things that are going to come in the future and things that will be no more. You know, that's why I say it should be no longer. By the days of the voice and the 7th seal shall begin to sound the mystery of God. Sound should be finished, as to have declared the prophets. Let me read that again. But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound the mystery of God, should be finished, and have declared the servants of the prophets. Meaning that when that 7th messenger comes, because we're on the 3rd messenger now, when the 7th messenger comes, and we got 4 to go, when the 7th messenger comes, all these things, the reconstruction of the planet and the taking down of the order will be over. The new world will be here, and the people who were sealed in them 144,000, they're going to live eternally. Their genetics are going to continue, and they're going to come back in their genetics. You understand? They're going to come back as the future race. So the future race or the God race. This is why I kept saying that the supreme being is the future you. Is why what I said, but what I meant by that was that you are the God race. You are the future beings that will keep coming back through your genetics. You understand that? So if you are in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, or whatever, and you are receiving this intelligence of the future, and you are no longer locked into the past, or you in your 20s, your 30s, then you'll be back in the future. You'll keep coming back as the elect. You will keep raising on a higher level. You are the elect that's turned this over. That's why I said the supreme beings are the future you. You understand? You are those supreme beings. The supreme. Now I'm explaining what I mean by that. When I say the supreme beings are the future you, the elect are the futures, are the supreme beings. That's us in higher states because we exist in higher dimensions on higher levels. You exist so much on a higher dimension, a higher level that you at this stage might not recognize you at another stage of advancement because you had to go through things to get to this higher stage in which you are. So we are the God race that are making these things happen. Just as the dissatisfied, because it's all starting, how I explain this is it's all starting to dissatisfy us. So imagine us in the future state, we pass dissatisfaction when we want this world to come to an end. So the actual people that's bringing in destruction is the 144,000. We want this thing destroyed. You understand? We are our children. We are our bloodline. Your children are supposed to be you in future states. That's all one bloodline, one connection. And you still exist within that bloodline. You are of the elect. The elect want this thing destroyed so that we can bring about the higher intelligence and the progression of our people. And like I said, the human race, and especially the so-called black man and the black woman, they holding up the progression. That's why they're being destroyed in this day and time, to make room for a new people to come, a new world to come. Let me go. But in the days, the voice of the seventh seal shall begin the sound of the mystery, and the mystery of God should be finished, meaning that after all this, the transformation will be done. The new world is coming in. You understand? It'll be here. Everything, all of the stuff that we went through will be over with. All the land, the destruction, the beast, all that's going to come to an end. You understand? This is all necessary right now. The servants and the prophets are going to be identified. The elect are going to be identified. And the voice which I heard from the heavens spake unto me again and said, God, go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel, in the hand of the messenger, which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel, and I said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. In other words, the future book that the messenger is going to bring, because like I said, and for you people in people in Islam know the little book is not the Quran. All right, the little book is a future book. You understand? It's going to be bitter in the stomach because it'll be sweet in the mouth because like a lot of people liking the words I'm saying. They liking what I'm teaching in the knowledge of mental life. But once we have to start living like this, it's going to be bitter. That's where it said take it and eat it and swallow. That means to ingest it, digest it, because the new race are going to digest the new way of life. And a lot of our people are not going to like it. They're not going to like the new way of life. They're not going to like it. They're not going to want that because it's not going to resemble your old way. It'll be sweet in the mouth. You'll like the words because people sit up here and listen to me break down the book of Revelation. But then I'll say, okay, we gathering the 144,000, the Mentalians and whatnot. A lot of our people are not going to want to live this life. Because I told a brother before, I said, I'm not here teaching a class and whatnot or, things like that. I said, I'm here laying out a lifestyle and a future intelligence for my people to live this. We living like this as the Mentalians, as the elect, the real 144,000. Not some nigga that's trying to scam y'all to make money and using that number 144 like certain people are doing. You understand that? This is beyond money. This is beyond the things of the beast. But a lot of our people, they want to get you caught up in it because a lot of them are serving the beast. They moving from that submental state. A lot of our people don't want to live this. You understand? Like how a lot of people didn't want to live like the way the Honorable Elijah Muhammad lived when he set the nation. The people didn't want to live clean and not do the things they was doing. So it was bitter to them. They liked the lessons, like the 5%. They liked the knowledge and the lessons and whatnot, but they didn't want to live it. They didn't want to consume it and ingest it and live that way. Same with the people with Dr. York. They didn't want to live in the white robes, but they wanted to sit up here and they wanted to read the books and spit the knowledge. So it's the same thing that's going to continue again. A lot of our people, it's the words are going to be sweet in their mouth but bitter in their stomach. They don't want to live that way. But if you don't want to live that way, you'll die this way. Let me continue. Bitter in the belly, but it shall be in the mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had it eaten, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many people, the nations and the tongues and the kings. See, I told you that's how you know this book came to black people, because our so-called black people, because our people's power is to prophesy and see into the future. That's the power of our people. That's what we came here to do, to prophesy. You understand? To talk about the future. We are future beings. And there was given to me a reed unto like a rod, and the angel stood and saying, Rise and measure the temple of God and the altar of them that worship therein. In other words, measure the house of the people, measure the people in the house. You understand? Count the number of people who are on the list, the people who are really a part of this, not the people who saying they're a part of it, but they really not. The real people who are in this thing together, living collectively together. Because those are the people that's going to be receiving, not these niggas who want to be individuals. Anyway. But the court which is without the temple, leave them out. That was just said it. The court which is without the temple, leave them out. The people outside, leave them out. The people who are not part of this, the people who are not registered in this, the people who are not part of this future generation, forget them, man. The people talk, yeah, brother, you saying that's right, brother, but I'm going back to doing what I was doing. Leave them out. They not part of this. They gonna be destroyed. They don't serve no purpose. And measure it not, and given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall not tread under foot for 42 months. 42 months represents 3.5 years. All right? 3.5 years. That's symbolic. You understand? 42 months. That's, about 3.5 years. Because the number 4 and 2 equals 6, which is the number of the beast, because it's incomplete. You understand? It also represents the fall into the earth. All right, and I will give him power unto the 2 witnesses, and shall prophesy 1,250, 1,250, 3 days, clothed in sackcloth. All right, what is sackcloth? Dressed in black. Sackcloth is dressed in black. Black represents what? Death. You understand? Giving them authority to give death for 1,250 days. Right? Talking about the beast again. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing in before God on earth. Right? Meaning the olive trees and the palm represents, and the olive tree represents new life and peace. Right? And standing before God on earth. Right? Meaning that God is on earth. God will be on earth. Standing before God on earth, that means that God is going to walk the earth as he walked the earth before. He's not going to be in no cloud nowhere like these people in religion talking about some spirit or some spook. God is going to walk the earth. The future black man, or the future, a.k.a. the bright man, is going to walk the earth. And the mysteries will be over. In other words, the ones who made it through, you're going to be told that you passed the test. You've been tried and proven. You've been put through the trial and the tribulation that the black race failed. You understand? You didn't give in to the ways of the beast. This is all a test. And our people fail it miserably. You understand? But we've been told in this day and time that this is all a test. The book is telling you it's a test. What do you think tribulations, trials and tribulations are? Trials and tribulations are tests to get the best people, to get 144,000. You ain't going to just be, I'm part of the 144,000, but I'm going to go smoke this blunt. Or I'm part of the 144,000, I still want to be a Christian. Or I want to be a Muslim. Or I want to be an Israelite. Or I want to be part of the Moorish science. I want to sit up here and ask the white man to obey some treaties. I want to be part of that world. No, you're not of the elect. The elect is, I just said in this book, it said that the people of the elect will receive a blank slate. They're not going to follow any of the old ways. They're going to be stripped, desolate, and naked, and be ready to receive and follow as a collective, a group, not you off as an individual somewhere. Oh, I can't be part of something. I'm not part of nothing. Then, nigga, you ain't part of 144. Nigga, niggerish, you not part of 144. Stay over there with the beast and die. Stay in your individual mindset where you keep causing confusion and telling people, oh, yeah, well, I don't really accept what he's saying. So then don't accept it. You niggas ain't bringing nothing else. You just accept the world of the beast. You ain't got nothing to say. For all people sitting there saying they don't accept it, look, what is it that y'all doing? What are you doing in the world? Let me continue. 2 and 40 months. And I will give power unto them two witnesses, and they'll be clothed in sackcloth. That's the black death. And these are the olive trees that came, the candlestick standing before God on earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouths, and devour the enemies of any man that will hurt them. He must in the manner be killed. In other words, anyone that will hurt their elect, the 144,000, will be killed. Those people will receive the mark of God of Amen on them, and they will not be hurt. They'll be fine. So for all you people who believe, but we all under the white man, and we going to all be, no, we not all going to be hurt. The white man don't decide who dies. Amen decides who dies. The true and living God, Amen decides. Because like I said, you can have a nigga get shot all up. He walking around the next day, and you got somebody that get beat up by the cop, Amadou Diallo or whatever, he dead. Amen made that happen. The true and living God, they decided Amadou Diallo, Sean Bell, and them people going to die, not the white man. These people were sacrificed to wake up the children of Israel, the bright race, to show you that you should not be following the beast or partaking in his ways. I'm pretty sure Sean Bell and all these other people were partaking in the ways of the beast. At some nigga strip club with some other simple-minded niggas. But our people don't never want to take the blame for that. Oh, brother, how can you say that? No, that's the truth. You understand? These people are sacrificed, and this is the only purpose they would serve in the evolution of our people, by their death. So stop blaming the damn white man when death comes. He didn't take your life. Amen took the lives of our people. They're deciding, and they're pulling the strings on this thing. They took Trayvon Martin, not some damn George Zimmerman. They put it in George Zimmerman to take Trayvon Martin as a symbol, as a sacrifice, to show our people these are the lambs. Actually, these are the lambs that are being sacrificed. This is the lambs that are being sacrificed. Their blood is being spilled to wake our people up. These are the real lambs. You understand? So this is all prophecy. Many of our people will be slain. These have power to shut heaven and to reign not in the days and in their prophecy, and have power over the waters and turn them into blood, and to smite the earth with all their plagues, so as often as they will. It's talking about the Amen beings, to shut the power of heaven, meaning to shut off the intelligence, so that the beast can't receive through his satellites, to that it rains not in the days of a prophecy, and have power over the waters and turn them into blood, meaning it will not rain, meaning it will be a drought, because without water there's no life. That's why I told a simple-minded Negro, no life started in no Africa. All life, human life, was created in water. There's no life that started in no Africa. You understand? Life started in water. All life comes from water, not from dry land. You know, but you can't tell our people, and they believe anything the white man tells them. It don't have to make sense. But anyway, smite the earth and the plagues as often as I will. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets in the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Gomorrah. That's talking about the beast is going to kill a majority of our people, the black race. They're going to lie in the streets of Sodom and Gomorrah, which is America, because this is Sodomite city now. This is Sodomite city. This is homosexuality. This is Sodom and Gomorrah right here. The damn earth is Sodom and Gomorrah. The beast trying to make the damn earth Sodom and Gomorrah. You don't know the depths. That's why I said you don't know the depths of Satan, a.k.a. the Sacred Ten. You don't know the depths of the Illuminati. They're here to make this a bottomless pit of endless sub-mental control over the people. Turn everything backwards. That's their job. But they're doing what they're supposed to do. But they're supposed to do that in order to bring up the elect, because the worse it gets, it's supposed to drive the elect out. That's why when you hear me yelling and sometimes I'm cursing up a storm when I'm flipping out, because that's supposed to drive our people out. It's supposed to be like, you know what, you damn right, and make you want to leave this. I'm not supposed to come, and the electors, the messengers are not going to come and talk nice. They're going to be like telling our people, move your ass up out of here. You understand? It's not going to be what these pulpit pimps and preachers telling you that the revelation, these niggas don't even understand that. They're going to make a separation amongst the people. The beast is supposed to put our people through trials and tribulations, because it's supposed to make the people strong. How does God become God? By the trials and tribulations they go through on earth. It's like an obstacle course. Like anything you go through, like if you become a police officer, they put you through trials and tribulations to become a police officer. The reward is after you overcome the trials and tribulations. Simple as that. The black race, the majority of our people are not going to overcome it because they're weak mentally, because that's where they want to be. And let me finish. And they shall have finished the testimony of and the beast that is sent down the bottomless pit will make war against them and kill them and overcome them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of Sodom and Gomorrah, and where our Lord was crucified, right? And they, the people of the kindreds, tongues, and nations shall see the dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies and shall not suffer their bodies to be put in graves. They're talking about the death on the planet, the body count. Everything is death here. You understand? They're talking about the body count, and it said the Lord and our Lord was crucified, meaning that there was a verbal crucifying of a person. Character, because crucifying don't mean somebody was placed on a damn a cross and hung upside down. You can crucify somebody's character or slander somebody's character, because that's just as bad as killing them. They crucified the character. They crucified the Lord, or the true Lord of the time, which was Elijah Muhammad and Dr. York. They crucified these men's images. You understand? They crucified them in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. Said that they were sleeping with young girls and molesting children. So that's a form of crucifixion. You understand? When you crucify someone's character, the people that came to raise the mentality of our people, they crucified them, and a lot of our people was down with the crucifying of our people, of these leaders, these great black men, these so-called black men who was trying to bring up the intelligence. So these men were crucified here. Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Malachi Zia, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Malachi Zia, these men were crucified in Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at what he got to go through now. And he was trying to raise the intelligence of the people. So that's a form of crucifying. Ain't nailing nobody on no damn cross. You understand that? And a lot of our people was with the crucifixion. So let me continue. Their dead bodies were not put in graves, and they shall dwell upon the earth and shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them and dwelt in the earth. That's when they're talking about our people. Our people, they're going to celebrate the deaths of our people. You understand? The beast is going to celebrate the deaths of our people. What was they doing when they was hanging on people on trees? They was sending Christmas cards and all kinds of stuff and showing people pictures of our people and they dead bodies and whatnot, hanging all up on stuff. So they happy. They happy when our people die. The beast is happy when he sees our people die. They feel more of a connection, or they don't have no connection. They feel more of a connection when they rather see you die than see a dog being whipped and getting killed. They rather see that. You understand? And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and the great fear fell upon them which saw them. Meaning that some of our people will rise up mentally and physically. You understand? They will avenge those who were slain. You understand? Some were meant to go, but like I said, they will avenge those who were slain. You understand? They will rise up. You understand? So let me fear upon them which they saw them. Talking about the beast, those of our people will rise up. The beast and all those on the earth who stood against it, even the so-called black race, because like I said, a lot of the black race ain't no different than the white race now. So they want to see a lot of our people, the ones who standing up for this truth, they want to see our people dead too. The black race ain't no different. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven. in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them, meaning that these elected 144,000 will ascend mentally and physically into the next world. You understand? They will become highly intelligent beings. They will watch, and those people in those days will watch these people ascend into the next world. They will watch them start to go through a transformation physically and mentally. You understand? That's the ascension into the heaven, meaning that their knowledge will become boundless as the God race. You understand? Some of them will enter the world of the God race, the new world. You understand? You understand that? Some of them will do that. Crucifixion. Right. They say it's a fiction. Right? Now, I see that in the thing, but I'll deal with that in a second. But that's talking about crucifying someone's character also. But they're talking about a people that will be raised up, right, in this day and time. Let me see where I left off at. And they will behold them, meaning that mankind, the beast, will behold these people that will be rose up, the people that they tore down and said that these people wouldn't rise up. And the same hour these great earthquakes, and a tenth part of the city fell, and in the earthquakes were slain the men 7,000 and remnants of the affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven. Right? Saying that the 7,000 men and the remnant of their affrighted gave glory to the God of heaven. Again, they're giving glory to Amen. Everybody, the people who are in authority, are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're giving glory to the God, the true and living God, Amen. And the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And the seventh angel sounded, and there was the voice of heaven saying, the kingdoms of the world are becoming the kingdoms of our Lord and of the Christ, of the anointed, and shall reign forever and ever. In other words, that's when the transformation took place. When we on the seventh messenger, because there are four more to come, when we on the seventh messenger, that's when the whole transformation of done took place, and the Amen beings will be down here, and they're going to redesign everything and restructure. The future beings are going to come here and redesign and restructure everything. Okay, that's going to happen. For our people who don't see that, like I said, it says you're not meant to see that. Majority of our people are not meant to see that. You understand? A lot of our people are not meant to see that. Okay? That's what it's talking about. It's talking about how our people, when the seventh messenger comes, he will be deeper than the first messengers that came, because he will bring. It will be no more mystery. The new world will be here, and the transformation will be in already. All right. Where did I leave off at? And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of the world, this world, and the kingdoms of our Lord, and the anointed. Forget the Christ. That just means the anointed, the chosen. The Christ, meaning the elect, shall reign forever and forever, meaning the new governors on the earth. And the 24 elders which sat before God of their seats fell upon their face and worshipped Amen, God, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord Almighty, which art thou waste in the art and become, because they has taken thee the great power and hast reigned, meaning they have taken the planet. So they were praising them for taking the planet. Okay? For taking over the planet. The elect are happy that the God race, the Amen beings, took the planet. All right? Has resigned. Has reigned. The great power has reigned. And the nations were angry. Of course. The nations were angry. The beasts were angry. They're going to be angry. The niggas are going to be angry too. Because the black man, they against it. The black man, the black woman, they not with God. They not with the Amen beings. They not with the true God. They with the gods of religion. The false gods of the beasts. They want that God. The false gods. That don't interfere in their life, that don't interfere in their low submental state where they can smoke weed and be in the club and disrespecting the women and leaving their babies all over the place. They don't like that. They don't want no God to tell them they can't do that. Or the Israelite God where these niggas say they can go up here and rape women and have the white man. They don't want that kind of God. Say, nah, nigga, y'all ain't doing that. They don't want that God. They want the God that they created. See, in the world of the beast, you can create the world of the beast. You can create your own God to serve your own low submental state. But the true and living God exists. The future race, the future beings, the elect exist. You understand? and they're transforming this world. And these people who are not in part of that transformation, they going off, man. They going off. That's why I said they're going to be angry. You understand? But you notice the beast is not going to be angry. He's just going to fall on his face and worship. But the people that done rule, the people who are not in the know, they're going to be angry. The beast ain't going to be angry. They together. And say, let me see what I got off at. The nations were angry, and they wrath is come, and the time the time of the dead that should be judged, the time of the dead that should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto the servants and the prophets, and to the saints and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth. All right, destroy them that destroy the earth, and the temple of God was open, and the heaven, and there was seen in the temple the ark and his testament, right? And there was the lightnings and the voices and the thunderings. Notice, keep talking about lightning and thunder. You understand? Light and power. You understand? What is light and power? Light and power transmits what? Messages. You understand? And those who are receiving it are going to receive it, this future intelligence. That's why I keep talking about and earthquakes and great hail. You understand? Because when all this transformation is going down, they're just destroying everything. See, the people that are destroying the planet, they're being directed to destroy the planet, destroy the people on it. You understand? But also, a lot of them are just not in tune. They not out of tune. See, the elect, the beast, the four beasts, they are in tune to destroy the planet the right way. But then you got certain people who are not in tune. They just destroying it based on a sub-mental level. You got certain people who are in the know, who are really doing their job to destroy it. Then you got certain people who are destroying it and doing the negativity in the planet. They just serving their own course. That's why they're going to be put to death. But the beast, the elite, they're going to be around to receive a blessing in a sense. They're going to be around to receive a reward because they did their job. They followed orders. You understand? They did what they were supposed to do. They doing what they supposed to do. You understand? So they not doing nothing wrong. They doing what they supposed to do. That's why it said that they fell on their face and worshiped. You understand? And there appeared the great wonder in heaven, the woman clothed in the sun, and the moon under her feet. Upon the head was a crown of 12 stars. So that right there is talking about you black women. You understand? It's talking about the woman, because prior to that time in religion, they made the woman as though she was a servant to man. But you women are going to be raised up as gods. You understand? You women are going to be raised up as God, because it says y'all receive a crown on your head, and that sun, it says that appeared as a great wonder in the heaven. It said that the temple of God opened in the heaven, and let's see, and there appeared upon the wonder in heaven a woman clothed with the sun. You understand? Meaning intelligence, with the moon under her feet, meaning the world under her feet. You understand? You're going to have the world under your feet, and the sun. And clothed in the sun, meaning intelligence, and upon your head a crown with 12 stars. That's going to be you black women who are going to be of the elect. Y'all going to be gods as well. You understand? You're going to receive intelligence. Y'all not going to be talking about Nicki Minaj and the church and Christianity and weaves. Y'all going to receive y'all power as well. So these niggas that's sitting here talking about, oh, the woman ain't no God, she can't receive no intelligence. No, see, she can receive intelligence, because how is God not going to have a female God or a God that's sitting next to him? You understand? That goes for you guys who sitting up here want to put the women beneath y'all, because that's what you 5%ers do when y'all call y'all women the earth. Because what is the earth? One you stand on, one you use. You understand? But it went over a lot of the women's head. They didn't catch that. He's God, but you the earth. You understand? Earth is something you use, you plot, you plan, you use, and you walk on. So why would I call my woman an earth? She gonna be God with me. You understand that? But they get that from the teachings of the white man, who tells you the woman got to be behind you or under you instead of beside you in the kingdom, in the new kingdom. She's supposed to sit right next to you, not under your damn feet. You understand? Not being used by you. She's supposed to be sitting next to you as a God. That whole idea, that's what I tell you. These teachings come from the white man, where they talk about the woman is a burden. She's supposed to be under your feet. She's supposed to be your earth. She's supposed to be under you. She can't be God. She can't read the book. She can't do any of this stuff. She's here to serve you. Wrong. Y'all here to serve each other and move forward and bring about an ascension of a new people. That's the purpose of the woman. She's God too. We continue. And upon her head, that's what it's telling about. And upon her head, a crown and 12 stars. That's talking about you women who made it through here and whatnot. And y'all sacrificed it for this ascension. You understand? It won't be you black women out here who still teach it, talking about metaphysics and Nicki Minaj and all kind of madness from the old world, or your 9 to 5 401k bullshit. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about the same thing. Y'all gonna bring this ascension, and you're gonna be locked in mentally, and you're gonna be on the same page with your husbands. You understand? You're gonna live for this ascension. It's not gonna be about no petty jealousy no more. Let me continue. And she, being a child, cried, traveling in the birth, and pained to be delivered. That's talking about you black women being delivered, going through a birth. Because y'all going through a birth yourself, because it's harder to raise the God out of a woman. Because the beast works on y'all. He works on y'all vanity. He works on the things that you want and desire. That's why he comes to the woman. He comes to the woman and whispers in her ear. You understand? Because it's easier to get at y'all. He comes at y'all through the vanity. He comes at y'all through the things on this of this world. You understand? He appeals to your vanity. You understand? He puts his energy into you, not the man, into you. And he knows through you he can get the man. So it's hard so y'all going to have to go through a birth yourself if y'all going to make it to be gods. Because y'all women, see, nobody tells y'all the desire to be God and whatnot, that you have to put away your petty things and whatnot and become real women, to become real gods. Not to serve no man, but to serve the ascension. You understand? Because y'all both supposed to be serving the ascension together. It's supposed to be about these babies in the future coming, not about you and him, not about what he doing with this woman and that or whatever. It ain't about that. It's about, can we bring a future ascension here? These children we coming here to bring, are they going to bring in a future world? You understand? That's all you should be concerned about. That's all y'all union should be based on, the future, not on you and him. It ain't about you and him. It's bigger than that. It's about these babies that's going to come and our bloodline continuing. That's what it's about. Taking care of these children, raising these children. And she being a child, cried, travailing in the birth and pained and to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, right? And 7 crowns on his head. That's the beast again. Like I said, he appeared when the woman was trying to become God. That's your beast. That's all the people in the European Union and things like that. They trying to come at the woman. You understand? You black women. They want you to mix your seed. They want you to go against your man. You understand? The beast is rising up again. 7 heads in the crowns. The leaders. The 7 heads represent the leaders. The 10 crowns represent the principalities in which they rule through. The governments. The governmentals, controlling the mind of the submental. And the tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them onto earth, meaning that they brought fire upon the earth through their bombs, through their explosion. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered for the devour of the child as soon as it was born. In other words, they're going to devour the children of you black women. You understand? Because why is the beast standing in front of you? The dragon, the beast is standing in front of you to devour you because they want your children. That's them saying that they want your babies. They want the ascension. They want these children because they know God is coming through those children. They are the gods. So they want to devour your children. That's why they're turning your children into homosexuals and lesbians through estrogen and testosterone shots, because they don't want this seed to continue. Now, I said a lot of our people's genetics are not supposed to continue, but they're trying to get everybody. But the elect won't be fooled. They will not be gotten. They won't fall into this thing with the black race. You understand? They won't fall into this thing with the black race. They will prevail and go through the trials and tribulations and overcome them. You understand? Where am I at? And the heaven, and they cast down the earth and they would wait for it to devour her child as soon as it was born. See, it's about the children. It tells you right here, it's about the children. You understand that? The beast represents, when they said the dragon is red, or the beast is red, the red dragon, that's talking about the blood that the beast was going to bring. You understand? Red represents the blood. You understand? And what they refer to as the blood red people, where you can see their blood through their skin, what they call them Esau or red. You know what I mean? You can see the blood through their skin. It's talking about the dragon, the beast, the Asian, the white man. All of them are the beast. The Asian, the Caucasian. They the Asian. So you Negroes need to stop with this Asiatic black man. You Asiatic black men, they're saying you marrying yourself onto the beast, because the Caucasians and the Asians are the people of the mountains that created the beast. The beast men who control the planet. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne, the Son of Man. Meaning that the Son of Man came through, with the sons of man, and the Son of Man comes through you black women. You understand? And they want your children. They want the Son, because they know he's going to receive power on earth. He will hold that rod of correction to lead the people and receive his power on earth. Y'all supposed to be giving birth to gods, male and female gods. Not some nigga that you want to go and play and be in the NBA draft or the playoff or some nonsense. Or get a job for the white man. You're supposed to be raising gods to control and rule and stand up and be God and master his people and master everything around him and raise his people. Not with no circular knowledge, but with linear knowledge. They're supposed to be being raised up as priests. Priest of Amen in this day and time. And caught up onto God and to his throne, meaning that he's going to be caught up, meaning he's going to be in tune with this future intelligence, that he's going to lead the people into the future. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared by God, and she should feed her there for 1,203 score, 1,250. You understand? 1,250 days. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. Right? Meaning that it was not a physical battle, but it was a mental battle. It was a mental game. It was a mental battle. You understand? Because they're trying to pull up the 144,000, right? The messengers of the armed beings are trying to raise the mentality. The beast and his people are going to fight against that and keep them in the sub-mental state. So that's the war. It's a mental war. You understand? It's a mental war. So just as we sitting here and we giving this message, it's going back and forth. It's a mental war. Because most of our people are not going to be on this side of this evolution, because they want to stay part of the revolution. That's talking about the war between the evolution and the revolutionary side. We are in the evolution reading this, because it's dealing with the future intelligence of the people. And you got the beast, they're in the revolutionary circle, where they got our people in religion. They got them in Islam. They got them in Christianity. They got them in Judaism. They got them in Masonry. They got them in Egyptology. They got them in Pan-Africanism. They got you there. So y'all who still accepting that, y'all following the beast. So we trying to bring our people up out of that and raise them out of that. That's the war. It's a mental war. You understand? And they fought against his angels, meaning they fought against the messengers. The beast fought against the messengers. You understand? That's why they slandered the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They used Malcolm X. They slandered Dr. Malachi Z. York, put him in jail for what that. That's the fight against. That's the messengers fighting against the beast, trying to raise the mentality to try and being sacrificed for that, and prevailed not, neither their place found in any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, and the old serpent called the devil, or Satan, the sacred ten, which deceiveth the world, was cast out unto the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. You understand? Meaning they're going to be cast from rulership. You understand? They're going to be cast from rulership. That's coming, because the new order, the new world order, does not include them. That's why, if you notice, like I told you, you see the white man, he's trying to leave here. The beast is trying to leave here. That's why, like I said, you don't think I'm saying what I'm saying is not the truth. Go, like I said, go look up Virgin Mobile, look up Richard Branson, and he's talking about selling seats on space shuttles somewhere. They're trying to leave the planet because they know what's coming here. He's selling $1 million seats on the Virgin space shuttle, and he's being allowed to raise his money. Like, to the simple-minded Negro, they don't pay attention to that. Y'all sitting around here worrying about Trayvon Martin and civil rights and who's going to be the next president. You ain't looking at these people about to exit this thing, and the things is going down here. It's about to go down. You understand? You're not looking at that. That's the future. These people are leaving. You continue. And prevailed not, and they were found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, and the earth and his angels were cast out with him. His messengers were cast out with him. Talking about the messengers of the beast. And I heard a loud voice, and that's talking about you niggas that's trying to keep his world going. Because a lot of you serve the beast. A lot of you niggas sold out and you serve the beast, and you trying to keep his world going, so you are his messengers. You are his messengers. You're not a messenger of Amen. You're a messenger of him. You understand? All that means is they're going to be removed from power. Because the whole thing was to breed the elect. They were only given power for a temporary time because the black race was in darkness. But the elite, the bright race, are going to come up, and they're going to and a whole new race of children are going to come out of them, and they're going to be the governors of the planet. They're going to be the priest of Amen again, and they're going to move forward, and they're going to continue the evolution, and the beast will be taken down. Because they were only meant to rule for a certain amount of time. We are in the era of the raising of the 144,000 to receive this higher intelligence of mentellect, where it will be the chosen who will receive this higher knowledge, this future knowledge. I told you this is a future intelligence book. And I heard a voice saying loud, now, let me see. And cast out one. And I heard a voice loud saying in the heaven, now is come salvation, strength in the kingdom, and our brethren is cast down, and our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame, they said now that the beast was cast down and accused them and whatnot day and night before God. You understand? Our brethren is cast down. That's talking about the black race who was at the beast. Y'all going to be cast down with him. That's why they elect referred to them as their brethren. I said stop referring to the black race as your brothers after a while because they with the beast. All right? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of the testimony, and they loved not the lives not their lives unto the death. Meaning they didn't love this world. They was thinking about the future world. They didn't put their energy, the elect didn't put their energy into this world. They put their energy into the future world. We're going through an evolution, people. We focused on the future world. We don't love this world. The black man, the black woman, they love this world. The average black man, black woman, they love this world. You understand? They with the beast. You know, we here, but we're not here. You understand? We're not here with them mentally. We're here with them physically, but mentally we're not here with them. These niggas, they here with him mentally. They with the beast. They his messengers. You understand that? Let me go on. Therefore rejoice ye heaven, and they dwell them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, of the sea, right? Of the sea. For the devil has come unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth his time is short. But short. I told you, his time is temporary here. His rulership is temporary. It seemed like a long time, but to the Amen beings, you understand, to the Amen beings, it's a short time. Because it was all being done to prepare to elect the 144,000. Our people was put through trials and tribulations, and our people was allowed to be slain before the beast and before the other nations, where everybody hates us, the Asians, the white man, everybody, the East Indian, everybody hates our people. You understand? That was meant to be like that, where we were meant to be the outcasts. You understand? And some of you would go on your knees and beg him to be in his world. You understand? But this is the trial and the tribulations that we're going through. The elect, the future race, will go through this. You understand? But it's going to be short. The beast is coming down to you in fury, knowing that his time is short. Let me see where I left off at. Knowing his time he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he has cast unto earth, he was cast unto earth, he persecuted the woman and brought forth the man child. Yeah, you black women, y'all gonna be persecuted, man. Y'all being persecuted now. You understand? Y'all being persecuted now. You can't find no man. You can't find no real man. The men you got here, homosexuals, you getting a lot of y'all being left desolate. You understand? Y'all being persecuted. Why? Because y'all want to still be in the world. You understand? That's why y'all being persecuted. You don't want to come amongst the elect, but the word is going out right now. Your life is not going to go right here until y'all back in y'all place being who y'all supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be helping to bring in this ascension and giving birth to the God race. That's your only purpose here, to bring in this ascension and give birth to the God race, not serve the beast in his kingdom. You understand? You're supposed to be helping bring about a new world, coming together as an elect, as a new tribe, as a new family. As I talked about in the State of Mental, this is the 13th tribe that's coming together. This is the tribe after. This is the future race of people. This is the elect that's coming together. I'm calling out all of the people who want to come amongst the elect, because that's what we raising in this day and time, the true 144,000, the real new covenant. Not these people that's in the past talking of some nonsense that's still serving the beast. You understand? We're supposed to come together and form this family to raise a new generation. You understand that? We're supposed to come together to form this family and raise a new generation, to take care of and live for, of, and by each other. That's the whole point of this. You understand? And the dragon saw and cast unto earth and persecuted the woman who brought forth the man-child. And the woman were given 2 wings. The woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, and she might fly into the wilderness and into her new place. And she was nourished for a time and times and half a time away from the face of the serpent. In other words, the black woman is going to be given higher intelligence. That's the wings that's talking about, where she's going to be flown from the face of the beast. This is the wings that the black woman is being given in this day and time. Why I said wings? Because wings, makes you raise up, makes you fly up, meaning that your intelligence is going to be raised. You're not going to see that in the churches and in the ways of the beast. He's not going to raise the mindset of the woman in this day and time. These niggas in the church, they not raising the minds of the women. They trying to make whores out of you. They trying to get you to chase money. They trying to get you to chase men, trying to get you to mix your seed. They trying to get you to eat bad food. So they're not raising the minds of women. Here, we raising the minds of the women and the men equally. That's the wings that the black woman going to get to transform her into that bright woman, into that God on earth, where she's going to receive that crown on her head, to receive this intelligence. That's what we given in the State of Mental, raising the 144,000. You understand? But the black woman, a lot of the black women don't want it. They want to be amongst the beasts. They want to die with him. You understand? And the woman were given, the fire from the face of the serpent. The serpent represents the beast. You understand? Because he's referred to as the serpent in this day and time because he holds the power. The one who holds the power is the serpent. As we held the power one time when we wore the crowns on our head in Egypt, when we had the serpent on our crown, we held the power. The serpent holder is the one who holds the power. The beast is referred to as the serpent because he holds power right now. You understand? And he wants to hold on to his power, and he knows that once the woman gives birth to the man-child, the son of man, then this new generation is coming, that's the end of his ass. That's it. That's his ass. That's it. That's it for the beast. That's why I say he come down to you in fury knowing his time is short. But y'all extending this time by doing what y'all doing, by continuing in this circle of nonsense and this madness, by keeping with the Pan-Africanism and the Egyptology and the church and the Islam and the Christianity, the Moorish science and all this nonsense, and the same circular rotation. We continue. And the serpent cast out of his mouth the water and the flood after the woman, and he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. All right, that's talking about the beast casting the water out. You understand? Meaning that all of the things that he gives the woman, or gives the black woman, he's going to turn it on her. You understand? All the things that he flows in her direction, he's going to turn against her. He's going to turn against you with your jobs, your welfare, whatever you black women are getting to sustain what he was sustaining you with, he's going to turn against you. You know, your 401k plan and whatnot, he's going to send the flood after you and turn against you. That's going to happen. Okay? That's going to happen. He's going to turn against you because he wants to punish you for giving birth to the child. You understand? That's why he wants you black women to mix your seed with him so that he can get control of the child, so he can mess up your genetics and destroy the message of those messengers that's coming, because you're supposed to only be mixing your seed with your own black, so-called black man to bring forth these new children, because that's one of the reasons why our reception has been off, because we mixed our seed with the beast. And the messages that come through these mixed race children are scrambled. That's why if you look at them, you'll hear them. They with 1 minute, yeah, black power, brother, or they sound like the beast, or they scrambled, or they philosophical. They sound like the white man. You understand? That was all done to mix up the genetic and mix up our reception in this planet, to mess up our reception from the almond beings. We wasn't supposed to mix our seed with the human race. You understand that? We are the God race. Let me continue. We almost done. We got and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went in to make war and with the raiment of her seed, and keep the commandment, which keeps the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Meaning the elect, they went to make mental war with the elect, her bloodline, her seed. You understand? Who kept the law or kept the commandment. You understand? Command mental. You understand? You see the word mint in all these words. Whenever you see the word commandment, mint, M-E-N-T, that's short for mental. The command mental. That's a word we introducing in the state of mental. Command is short for command mental. You are being commanded mentally to follow the future intelligence of mentellect. The elect are going to be commanded mentally to follow the future intelligence of mentellect. You understand? They're going to be commanded mentally. They're going to receive this commandment in their head in the true name of God. It's being sealed in your head now for those of you who are listening, who are trying to receive this ultra standing. Not this understanding or overstanding, but the ultra standing, the complete comprehension of this. So you won't say that you don't know. And the testimony of Jesus Christ, I only said that the word Jesus Christ means the anointed one. It's not a person. It's not a real person's name, as I said at the beginning. And I stood upon the sand and the sea, and saw the beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Talking about the white man, the rest of the ones in power. Upon the horns, 10 heads in the horn, and upon his head was the name of blasphemy, and which the beast which saw. And when they talk about the blasphemy, it means all kinds of lies, all kinds of made up doctrines and falsehood. That's all in their names. You understand? All in the names of their countries. You understand? And the beast which I saw like the leopard, right? Leprosy. You know what I mean? The leopard is one who has that leprosy. You understand? As the human race carries the genetic of leprosy. You understand? Spots. What does a leopard have? Spots. The leopard is actually one who has leprosy. What does a leopard have? Spots. Spots of melanin, melatonin. That's why they are referred to as leopards. Leopards, or what they call leprous, or leopards, or lepers, are ones who have leprosy. That's talking about the beast. Never heard it broke down like that before, have you? The leopards, they're talking about the leopard because they're talking about the leprosies. The people who carry the human race, the Caucasian and the Asian, your East Indian, all carry leprosy. And that's in the genetic of the human being, leprosy. Right? Let me continue. Leopards, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, right? And his feet were the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion. You understand? Meaning that he had big feet, meaning that his reach, wherever he stepped at, you understand? He made noise. His feet were mighty. He made the earth tremble with his steps. And his mouth was that of a lion, meaning it roared loud, meaning he had authority. And the dragon gave him power and the seat of a great authority. What is the dragon that gave the beast power? That's talking about the Asians, the Chinamen who gave the white man power through the gunpowder. Because they were only able, the white man was only able to take power on the earth through what? Gunpowder. Through killing, through creating guns and bombs and whatnot. Right? And power and his seat and great authority. He was given his seat of great authority through the gunpowder, through his way to control, through murder. And I saw one of his heads, and as it were wounded with death to death, and it was deadly. It was a deadly wound, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Now a lot of people talking about one of the heads were wounded. That's talking about one of the nations that came down. You understand? That's one of the nations that fell. You understand? Russia was the head that was wounded. It fell. You understand? That was the head that was wounded. Because Russia used to be one of the heads of the beast, and it was wounded, and it was healed, right? And all the world wondered after the beast, meaning that they wondered. You understand? They looked at the beast in amazement, right? And they wondered after the beast, you know, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power to the beast, right? A lot of you worship a lot of you now. It's a big thing. A lot of you worship the Asians. You're getting Asian tattoos and things like that. Everything y'all worship. A lot of this culture, they worshiping the Asians. They gave power to the beast. You understand? You got Chinese niggas writing Chinese letters on their skin and whatnot, and they pushing a lot of the Asian culture over here. Notice the Asians are all in your communities selling you food. You understand? So a lot of our people do worship the Asians. Y'all worship Bruce Lee and the Kung Fu and the karate. So this society does worship the beast, worship the dragon that gave power to the beast. Right? A lot of you niggas busting off firecrackers on the 4th of July, so you worship the Asians. A lot of you black women are sewing Asian head in your head. You understand? Whether it's Malaysian, East Indian, that's all Asian. That's all the dragon. Because their symbol is the dragon. A lot of you black women worship the dragon. You understand? And they worship the dragon, which gave power to the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? That's what you niggas say when y'all talking about America and the society. Who is able to make war with the beast? Who is able to make power with him? That's it. Y'all worship him. You understand? You worship it. You niggas worship this society. But you're going to fall with it. And there was given unto him the mouth to speak great things of blasphemies, and power given unto him to continue 42 months. 42 months, right? Again, 3.5 years. Talking about the beast was given authority. Who gave the beast authority? You understand? The almond beings. They let them do this, and to see who would be who would fail the test. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God and blasphemy his name and the tabernacle of that dwell in the heaven, right? And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and the power was given him over all kindred and the tongues and the nations. Right? Who is that? That's America today. They control all the tongues, every tongue. The premier language on this planet is English. You understand? English. I said the word English means Lord. The word En from the old Sumerian means Lord. So who is the lords of the land? Who is the lords of the world? The beast. They are speaking English. You go anywhere on the planet, you're going to find somebody speaking English. It's the premier language. That's why I said they were given precedent over everybody's nation and their tongue. And all that dwell in the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written, and all who dwell in the earth shall worship him, whose name was not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain in the foundation of this world. In other words, you people that's going to worship the beast, y'all not part of the elect. That's what they're saying. Your name is not written in the book of life. You're not going to be in the future. You people that's worshiping, so live it up now, niggas, with your BMWs and your Mercedes and your drug dealing and you're playing basketball or whatever you niggas doing. You're making your music to throw these people up. So whatever purpose, whatever you niggas serving for the beast, live it up now. You understand? Live it up now. Because y'all going out of here. The beast going to turn on y'all. He going to turn on y'all. You understand? And y'all ain't going to have no place in the future world. Because y'all sold out. All right? And if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's you niggas that set up here and help the beast pull our people mentally into captivity by this music, by this lifestyle, by this pushing this homosexuality, Kanye, and you niggas that push that white Jesus Christ, you niggas going into captivity and bondage because you help lead our people into mental bondage. You help put our people back in the circle. You understand? You black women that pushed your men to stay in 9-to-5 jobs when y'all should have been trying to get together to get your own businesses going. Y'all going into captivity because you led your man into bondage under the beast. You understand? Y'all should have been trying to free yourselves. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. The beast is going to go. Here's the patience and the faith on the saints. All you guys that was out here busting your guns, talking about killing niggas, look at you niggas dying. How Biggie died. How Tupac died. All the niggas talking about busting their guns, thug life, all that bullshit these niggas promoted. Where they at now? You understand? Where they at now? It was too late for Biggie. That's you black men. Y'all promoting that thug, murder, kill bullshit. Where y'all going? Y'all dying in the streets. You understand? That's talking about y'all. Either the police take you out of here or your own people take you out of here. You so-called thugs. We're going to do a show on y'all Monday. He that killed with the sword shall die by the sword. Let me see. Here is the patience and the faith and the saints. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. And he said he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. That's talking about someone that's going to appear. You understand? That's going to appear to be peaceful. You understand? And going to speak it's going to speak like a dragon. Because when they talk about the lamb, they're talking about our people. You understand? That's Barack Obama. And he's going to speak like a dragon. The lamb is always making mention of our people because of our woolly head. And he'll speak like a dragon. You understand? That's your president today. And he that exercised all power in the first, he that exercised all the power of the first beast before him. Who was the first beast before him? They saying he worse than Bush, right? Same people. And causeth the earth and them which dwelleth therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, right? And he doeth great wonders, right? He that doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and earth in the sight of men, right? That's talking about your That's talking about your programs and whatnot, where they're gonna have solar, they're gonna have the bombs and things like that, and the technology that's gonna cause mass destruction and the weaponry and things like that. That's what it's talking about. And you're also talking about your holographic pictures and things like that, which they making it seem as though people are still here on the planet that are not here. That's all falsehood and light. Fire coming down to the earth. You understand that? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. That means those miracles and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which had power and do the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, and which was wounded by the sword and did live. That is Barack Obama. They was giving praise to also the beast that got wounded and lived was Ronald Reagan. You understand? Notice they was bigging up Ronald Reagan after that, and they start dedicating stuff to Ronald Reagan. You understand? That's the beast that got wounded. It was Russia too, but it was talking about a twofold thing: the beast that fell down, but the beast that got wounded. You understand? Because all that's returning to the Reaganomics thing, making the people poor and making the people richer. So it's like the continuation of Reaganomics here under Barack Obama. The beast that got wounded was Reagan when he got shot and he healed from his wound because he was an old man. You understand? And notice how they praise Ronald Reagan again. He's the beast that was wounded. Okay? And they put Reagan up there for you to worship him and worship his image, and Americans worship his image, right? Let me see. And he deceived many that dwell in the earth with means of those miracles which had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, and they should which was wounded and did live. Reagan is dead now, but he lived, and they did make an image of him all over the place. Ronald Reagan Street, they got all that stuff in D.C. where they praising Ronald Reagan, who was nothing but a puppet. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And to the image of the beast should both speak and cause many who would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. Meaning that those people who are not going to follow along in the common markets, in the European banks, in the common markets, which this person Reagan them helped to get a stranglehold on the economy, and the people that's not following, they're gonna get killed. Like what happened with this guy, Muammar Gaddafi was taken out, and all these guys was taken out because they wasn't gonna follow it. You understand? They wasn't gonna follow the monetary system, they wasn't gonna go along with it, so they got killed. And he that caused all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand, in their right hand, and in their forehead, meaning that everybody's going to receive the mark under this man. They're going to receive his intelligence. They're going to receive his way of doing things in their forehead, in their hand, and in their forehead, meaning through the money, and meaning through their way of thinking. They're going to receive the mark in their forehead, meaning in their minds, and they're going to receive the money in their hands, the mark of the beast. And no man might buy or sell save he had the mark of the name, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? If you don't have his way of thinking in your head, you understand? If you don't think like he thinks, if you don't have his way of thinking in your head, if you're not spending your money the way he tell you to spend your money, you understand? Then, like I said, you'll be destroyed. A lot of our people are going to be destroyed. A lot of the ones of our people who going along with this, like I said, y'all going to be destroyed later. You understand? They're going to have the mark in their right hand. You understand? Why it makes reference of your right hand is because your right hand is what's supposed to guide you, because the majority of the people on earth are right-handed. You're supposed to move with your right hand. Your right hand represents righteousness. You understand? How you're supposed to move righteously throughout the world. Your right hand is how you proceed and how you reach out. You understand? And touch people. That's what they're talking about your right hand for, because your right hand is how you reach out to people righteously and touch them and make a mark on them. But the majority of our people receive the ways of thinking of the beast and the ways of materialism in their forehead and their hand. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark of the name of the beast, the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let he that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and that number is 666. What that number represents is the beast. When it said 3 6s, reason why I said 3 6 is because what that means is that his influence is on what you hear, what you see, and what you speak, all controlled by what you think. That's three states of the three-dimensional state of his mark on you. What you see, what you hear, and what you speak, which is controlled by what you think. What comes out of your mouth, what you're seeing, and what you're speaking is controlled by him through your intel, through his control of your mind, through the submental state. You understand? Reason why 6 is the number of the beast is because that represents their creation on this planet. If you look at the number 6, it's a line into a circle. That represents that the beast, right? That the beast, when the almond beings came down here into this world, they created mankind, the human race, in this planet. The circle represents to create the place on earth where they were created, in the water. You understand? They also represent the fall of man into the circle. That's why, if you, like I said, the 6 is a line and a circle together. It represents the fall of a people. Represents the fall of a people mentally into the submental state which they control. That's why their number is 6. You understand that? And 1 and the 7 represents a line. Notice there's no circles in the number 7, which they call perfection, because it's a line. The line represents the linear state. The 6 represents the circle in which people fell into, and which life was created on this planet of mankind. Okay? What are we up to? Let me see.
let me see. He that have great. Let me see. I'm trying to get back to why I'm losing the part. Hold on. No man might buy, so he say he have the beast. No man might buy, say he have the number of the beast. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. Okay. And I looked, and lo, and the Lamb stood on the Mount Sion. Mount Sion means the sun mountain. Sion means sun. On the sun mountain. What is the sun mountain? The sun mountain represents the highest peak where you receive intelligence. The sun mountain. The Mount Zion is the mountain of the sun, where you receive highest intelligence. And him 144,000, meaning that they stood on the elect again, stood on that mountain of higher intelligence and receiving that solar intelligence, having the Father's name written in their foreheads. Amen. And I heard the voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and the voice of the great thunder. Again, the thunder, keep telling you. And I heard the voice of the harpers harping in their harps. That's the harp machine that the beast is using, meaning that the 144,000 will be standing on that mountain, being that sun mountain, receiving that higher intelligence. They'll watch the harp machines and the unnatural disasters being caused on the planet. You understand? The harpers harping. And they sung as if it were a new song before the throne, before the four beasts and the elders and the new man, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000, meaning that they're going to bring higher intelligence that even the beast won't understand, and will be rendered and they will redeem the earth. They will be redeemed from the earth, meaning that they won't go through the things that many of our people are going to go through amongst the black race. They're not going to be killed. They are which were not defiled with the woman, for they are virgins, meaning that their minds are cleaned up. They're not going to be like everybody else. These are they which follow the Lamb without wherever he goeth. These were the redeemed amongst men, meaning these were the people who were taken from amongst the black race. You understand? Being the first fruits unto God and the Lamb, meaning that you're going to be the new people that are coming out of the black race. Again, the first fruits, the new beginning, the new generation, the new evolution. And in their mouth was found no guile, and they were found without fault before the throne of God, meaning that they wasn't talking about the same nonsense from the past. They were focused to receive knowledge and intelligence from the future. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of the heaven, and in the everlasting gospel to preach unto them and dwell on the earth, and every nation was kindred and tongue of the people. That's talking about the 144,000 being gathered and receiving eternal knowledge forever from all corners of the earth, saying in a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him in the hour of his judgment. I said judgment is short for judgmental. The almond beings, the God race, are judging the minds of the people in this day and time. They're scanning over our people right now and rejecting and accepting our people right now who are going to come amongst them and come amongst the elect and worship him and made heaven and earth. Worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains and water. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because it made all nations drink the wine and the wrath of fornication. That's talking about this society and the leaders, that this society is going to fall. Because y'all all following the beast. Y'all fornicating with him. Y'all doing everything. Y'all standing up for homosexuality, lesbianism, all of these things. Y'all standing up for that. You niggas marching in gay parades now. It's okay if your kids are gay. And y'all into all this right now. Y'all accepted the ways of the beast. You mixing your seed. You doing all these things right now. You understand? But that's all going to fall down. You with it. You know? Let me see. And they followed another angel, said, Babylon's fallen, Babylon's the great city, made all the nations drink of his wine's fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receiveth his mark in his forehead or in his hand, and the third beast, the angel followed, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive the mark in his forehead and his hand, the same shall drink of the wine and the wrath of God. Meaning, if you still following the ways of the beast, if you still following this circular bullshit of Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and all these things that he controlled, masonry, metaphysics, all this nonsense, if y'all still with that, y'all going with them, man. That's not going to be the new order of the day. That's out the window. You ain't gonna have no beast to beg for or talk about your sovereign rights. That's all out the window, man. Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, the holy messengers in presence of the Lamb. That means that it's going to be raw and uncut, man. It's either you with this or you with that. That's what it's coming down to. The elect is being raised in this day and time, man. And it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's not going to be nice like the Christians and them said. It's going to be ripped apart, man. And the smoke of the torment ascendeth up, and forever and ever. Ascending. See the word ascension. Ascending, higher, future. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image. Meaning that y'all not going to have no rest day and night who worship the image of the beast. You won't have any peace. Who will receive his mark in his name. You won't have any peace. You're going to suffer because you worshipped his image. You understand? Those of our people who still want to be with this hip hop and Nicki Minaj and all this nonsense, y'all are not gonna receive no peace. These niggas, I'm gonna let you know now. You look at the black man and black woman today, they in turmoil, man. They stressed out. That's why they smoking weed. They get tattoos all over their body. They, like I said, they not in peace, man. These niggas is in confusion. They in desolation right now. Their lives is a living hell. You understand? Let me go on. And smoke and torment ascended forever, ever. The beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name, his patience and the saints here they are that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus Christ. Meaning that those people who keep the commandmental intelligence of Amen. The command mental intelligence of Amen, which is to come amongst the 144,000 and help us find our people so that this thing can get going. You understand? The people that keep the command mental instruction of Amen, the Amen race, the future ascension, will be the people that will live on. You understand? Here's the patience of the saints. Okay, I got that. The commandments to keep the faith of the anointed, the Son of Man. And I heard a voice from the heavens saying unto them, Right. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, they may rest from their labors and works that follow them. And I looked. That's talking about the people who passed away who was trying to raise the evolution of our people. People like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and a lot of these people, Garvey and these people that was laboring to try to bring about this evolution in our people. That's what it's talking about. Blessed are those people who passed away, who we're not seeing this day, but they will return. It's talking about the people who passed away, who was sincere and wanted the evolution of our people, who might not have been on this level, but blessed are those people because they are going to be in the future. They here. You understand? The ones who put in the labor and work trying to raise the people and who was sacrificed by the beast for trying to raise our people. And I looked and beheld a white cloud. Upon the cloud sat unto them the Son of Man, having the head of golden, his head on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. That golden crown is the intelligence that he received over his head to pull in that reception. And a golden sickle represents something that cuts away something, cuts away lies, cuts away all of the negativity and raising the minds of the people. And another angel came up out of the temple crying in a loud voice with him and said on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap in the time to come, and reap in thee to reap, for the harvest of the truth to ripe. That means they cutting away and separating the lies from the truth with that sickle. A sickle is what cuts something. You understand? Like they use in cutting down, cutting crops and doing certain things with. That's talking about cutting the earth is ripe, and that is set on the cloud, thrust in the sickle, and the earth was reaped. Another angel came out, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, and having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out at the altar and had the power over fire, and cried out loud to him that sharp sickle, saying, Thrust the sharp sickle to gather the cluster of the vine of the earth and the grapes that are fully ripe. That means gather the people, cut them away from the people who are not going to evolve mentally That's what it's talking about. The sickle is used to cut. This is all a metaphor for cutting away the good people, the evolved people, the people who are of the elect, away from the rest of everybody else. You understand? That's what that's talking about. Sickle cuts things. And the angel thrust the sickle into the earth, gathered the vine of the earth, and cast the great winepress on the wrath of God. You understand? Talking about people. And the winepress was trodden without city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even the horse and the bridle, in the space of 1,600 furlongs. That's talking about our people that went through the trials and tribulations, right? Because that's what they call a wine press. That represents trials and tribulations of which our people went through, and some of our people's blood was spilled, the weak ones, and the ones who came out, who was separated from the ones of our people who were weak mentally. The wine press represents the trials and tribulations, the things that you put through to evolve into gods. And I saw another sign in heaven, the great and marvelous seventh angel having a seventh last plague for them, and filled up with the wrath of God. All right? And I saw it was a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over the image of the mark of the beast, and over the number of his name, stand in the sea of glass, having having the harps of God. That's talking about the crystal city, right? Now, I tell them about the crystal city and the people that had the harps of God, meaning that these are the people that control the natural system of nature on earth, where it brought the storms and the clouds and things like that. These people had the knowledge of that coming in the crystal city. Because Dr. York, they talked about the crystal city, and I said that story of crystal was big in the Superman story because the crystal reflects light. You understand? It reflects light. A crystallized city reflects light and passes out light to form lasers, right, that bring about or cut things. That's another thing that's talking about the sickle. Laser beams cut things, and crystals pass laser light through it. Those are good receptors of laser light. That's why the city was crystal. It passed out the solar beams of those people from their solar force that passed out through the crystal city and cut things away. You understand? Same way they cut the pyramids, same way they use lasers to cut the pyramids. It's the same solar energy. It's the same crystal city. The crystal was used to pass light through. All right? We on 15. Let me see. We on 15. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get to. So I'm gonna finish this whole book out, even if I gotta go the last 6 books tomorrow night. If I got to, I'm gonna get through this whole thing because I don't want to leave no stone unturned. I want to get this all translated. And I saw another sign in the heavens, the marvelous angels, light mingled with glass, and then it got into a victory over the beast, over the image, the harps harping. And they sang a song, the song of Moses and the servants of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Almighty, just and the true are their ways, and the kings of the saints. That's talking about when they sung the song of Moses. Moses was a minor prophet of Israel. He wasn't no major prophet. He was a minor prophet and whatnot, a minor person who was amongst the Israelites. And they sung the song of Moses, right, because they were talking about that represents freedom. You understand? When they came out of Egypt and whatnot, because the Egypt that the Israelites was escaping from was the Egypt that was under the Greeks and the Romans, and the people had mixed their seed, because Egypt at a certain point became like America, because the beast took over Egypt after a while. He mixed his seed. You had a bunch of mulattoes and East Indians running Egypt, and the Israelites, that's when they broke out and they wanted to leave. The black woman was no longer running Egypt. So those were the people that really had our people in bondage after a while. They were allowed to take over. You understand? Our people became the bottom class. That's what really happened with the so-called Hebrews and whatnot in Egypt, because at a certain point, the beast was in charge. The beast, and you had a lot of mulattoes and whatnot who took over Egypt, and they mixed their seed with the first blacks who was controlling the Nubians that was controlling Egypt. They mixed their seed. These niggas mixed their seed with these people, and you had Hindus and East Indians. That's why if you look on the wall, you see a lot of them people in the later dynasty like East Indians. Some of them look real light and whatnot. They mixed their seed, and the Israelites, the priests that came down off of those thrones and whatnot, they ended up becoming Israelites. And some of them partook in the ways of the Greeks and the Romans and the East Indians that came in and took over Egypt. Some of them left and they formed their little tribes, and your Moses, that prophet, came up through there. So they broke out and became free people. All right? So that's why I said they were singing the song of that song, the marvelous works, the Almighty Lord and the King. And so, who shall not fear, O Lord, and glorify thou? For thou only art holy, and all nations shall come and worship before thee. The judgments are made manifest, meaning that all these nations are going to come. They're going to try to come in the end day, in the beginning, to try to worship Amen. You understand? Because they're going to take down the old kingdom, right? And after all the things the Amen beings are making manifest. And after that, I looked, and behold, and the temple and the tabernacle and the testimony of heaven was open. And the 7 angels came up out of the temple, having 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, having 7 plagues clothed in pure white linen, having the breastplates and girdles of golden girdles. That's talking about the messengers that are coming bringing plagues again. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having 7 plagues, clothed in pure white linen, having breastplates, and one of the 4 beasts gave unto 7 angels 7 golden vials full of wrath of God, which liveth forever and ever. 7 golden vials represents the death and destruction of the planet, meaning the intelligence they're going to send to the beast. Again, sometimes they repeat these things over that they're going to tell you they sending the vials of the wrath of God to destroy the planet that they give to the beast. And the temple was filled with smoke and from the glory of God, from the power, and no man was able to enter the temple till the 7 plagues and the 7 angels were fulfilled. Meaning that nobody was able to enter the new world until these things came to pass. All right. I'm on 16, right? We got 9 minutes. Even if I told you I'm going to finish this whole book. I'm determined to finish this whole book. If y'all going to rock with me, I'm at 16. We got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 27 more books. If y'all going to rock it with me and whatnot, I told you I was going to translate this whole book, and I was not playing. You understand? If y'all want me to continue tomorrow and finish it, I'll do it. This will be the last night of it. I'll be able to knock the whole book out. Who's with me on this? Who's going to ride with me on this? Let me know. Let me see in the chat room who's going to ride with me on this. Because who wants to? Because I know it's a long book, and I know our people got a lot of our people got attention deficit disorder. You understand? So I got to continue on. If I got to take up, because I did 3 hours already of it, and it's almost going to be 11. Okay, so I'm getting in here. All right, beautiful. Y'all gonna ride with me? All right, because we got like 8 minutes. I'll go another 3 minutes because we on. Remember where we at? We on chapter 16. You understand? We on chapter 16, and we're gonna ride this book all the way to the 22nd chapter because the 22nd chapter represents, again, even that number 22 represents 4. 2 and 2 is 4, which equals the 4th dimension. You understand? That's why, even though this book is the shortest book, because everything is going to take place in this book, and it didn't need for this book to be long. It didn't serve a purpose for it to be long. It's very short and to the point. You understand? Okay. All right. Beautiful. Everybody with me? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another 8. I'm going to reschedule. I'm going to do part 3. You understand? So everything come in 3 parts. I'm going to do part 3. We on 16. I'll knock this out. The whole book is going to be knocked out tomorrow. I'm doing a special Sunday night broadcast where I'll knock it out. It took me 3 nights to knock this book out. You understand? Everything comes in 3s. That's prophecy, brother. Everybody? So I'm saying, everybody with me. Beautiful. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna finish out this book from 16. Remember where we at? 16, chapter 16. All right. Okay. Exactly. Good things come in 3. Thank you, sister. Powerful show. Thank you very much. You know. What about you? What says you? What says you, Melanin? You with us? I see you in the chat room. I hope you didn't go to sleep. Listen, I know you here with us. You was the power up in the chat room. I don't see you now. All right. All right. So we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. We got 6 minutes. We gonna say I'm gonna stop right here at 16. I hope y'all was writing certain things down and whatnot. Okay, you here? You here with us tomorrow? All right. We're gonna finish the final part from 16. I'm stopping here at 16 because we got like 6 minutes left. That's gonna be another. I'm gonna take the last 3 hours. I don't want to continue this all the way up till Monday. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish the whole book. So it's gonna be the next 3 hour show where we're gonna finish. I should be able to knock this out in 3 hours. And like I said, I'm gonna try to run through this in 2 hours, and I'm gonna leave at least an hour open for questions for whoever wants to call in to ask questions about what you heard. If you wrote down certain things, because I'm here to answer questions on it too. And Monday night will be the Thug Show. We're gonna dispel the myth of the so-called black man and this thug nonsense. But we're going to pick up where we left off tomorrow from chapter 16 of the Book of Revelation. It will be part 3 of the real breakdown of the Book of Revelations. Okay? Join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock from 8 to 11. If you not doing anything, like I said, don't be doing anything because this is important. Like I said, this world that we in is an illusion, man. All this is an illusion. It's telling you right here in the Book of Revelation, this is a future intelligence book. It's kind of hard to get through because a lot of things are repeating themselves, and it's a lot of metaphors, but you got to understand that it does have relevance to us in this day and time. The children of Israel who are coming out of the black race. Because as I said, the black race is not going to get this. The majority of our people can't even sit through this and pay attention. So you already know their minds are in a submental state. They're under the beast. But they can sit and watch Love and Hip Hop or talk about the NBA playoffs or something stupid. You understand? So that proves that our people are locked off. But I'm going to close this out. Join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the third and final installment of the real breakdown of the Book of Revelation. I'll post it up tonight. All right. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz. This is State of Mental Radio. Good night.